Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelly, and in today's video we are doing another pick a card reading. Today we are asking Spirit all about how you are going to meet your future spouse. This pick a card reading is timeless, so whenever you come upon this video, a message will be ready for you. Before we begin, please give me a big like down below and subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Sunday, so I invite you to come join me by adding Kelly Guidance to your Self-Care Sunday. If you're new to pick a card readings, here's how it works. These are the 4 piles that you can choose from. This is pile 1. This is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. Pile number 1 is this Amethyst. Pile number 2 is this Dalmatian Jasper. Pile number 3 is this Opalite. And then finally, pile number 4 is this Citrine stone. I'll give you some time to meditate on the cards and choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to. Please use your intuition when choosing a pile, and if you are drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to watch multiple piles. There may be more than one message in this video for you today. After you're done deciding, scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp to skip to your reading. Tarot is an intuitive and insightful way to read the current energy surrounding the situation. If you ever hear something that you do not like in a reading, please don't give up or get discouraged. Remember that you have 100% free will over your life, and you can change the course of direction at any time. My intentions with these readings is to help gently guide you to a better path for your mind, heart, and soul. So never get discouraged about what you may hear, because it may end up being the activation you need to change course. I'll give you some time to start meditating on the cards. You can close your eyes and hover your hand over the screen to see if you feel any sensations on a certain pile, or you can simply meditate on the cards and choose a card based off of your gut feeling. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Amethyst stone, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot. So I got the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the Hanged Man, the 2 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and finally I got the 9 of Cups, which is really good to end off with. So for you, my lovely pile 1s, what I actually see for you is in the beginning of meeting this person, you're actually going through a time where it's a little bit harder for you. You're going through a time of completion. So this is a general reading, so I don't want to say that everybody is going through a breakup or anything like that. You could be going through some type of transition where you're moving for the first time, or maybe you're getting a brand new job in a brand new industry, or maybe even some of you are trying to be entrepreneurs, so it's a little bit more of hard work for you, because when you're trying to get your business kicked off of the ground, it is going to be a little bit more of hard work, and it is going to require letting go of some things, which is probably your previous job that was not fulfilling for you. That's just for some of you, but for some of you, you are currently with somebody that is not meant for your highest and best good, which is why you came to this video, because you wanted to make sure that you were going on the right path. I see that here. I see that whatever relationship some of you are in now, it has been hard work. And I'm sorry, but it is going to end in some type of heartbreak. But hang in with me, because with the Hanged Man coming next, this actually does talk about pausing and surrendering. It talks about letting go and getting new perspectives. If you see the Hanged Man here, they are upside down, but they are upside down on their own free will. Look, she's having fun doing this little acrobatic thing that she's doing. How do I interpret all of this? Whatever is giving you too much burden, too much hard work, it will lead to something that maybe breaks your heart. And again, it doesn't always have to be a relationship. And then you'll end up in this place where you have to let go. You're gonna have to let go so you can get something way better for you, okay? So I never mean to make anyone feel scared or feel like they have a breakup coming up, but I'm just seeing what I see in the cards. And if you want your spouse to be this dream person that you're going to get, then you're going to have to leave the people that do not feed your spirit behind. And that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm hearing from spirit and your higher self. There is something that you've been holding on to, and only you're going to know what that is for you. Again, for some of you, it would be relationship. For some of you, it would be a job that does not fulfill you. And for some of you, it might just be a place that you are currently living that is just unfulfilling or even adds stress to your life. I know a lot of us are trapped at home right now with our families, and some of us don't get along with our families. But I see that things are going to change for you, because with the Two of Wands, this actually is the card of travels, future planning. It also talks about discovery and decisions and progress. Look at how curious she is, and she's looking out the window. So I feel like that's you. You're ready. After everything that you have been through, you are ready to move forward and move on. You are ready to explore the world, ready to explore new people, new places, new things. And when you are in this phase, after getting through this hard time, I see that some of you will actually meet your future spouse through some type of travel. Whether this is traveling for your job, traveling for leisure, or whether traveling for soul growth or anything like that, I see that you will meet a partner when you are traveling. And for some of you, I actually do see that you're going to meet your partner when you're in this time, and they're going to be a companion to you. They're going to be somebody that helps you out. They're going to be somebody that lifts your spirits, and this is what's going to make you fall in love with them. So do not be afraid to close doors that are no longer in alignment with you, so new doors can open. You know that I'm always here to motivate, inspire, strengthen, and empower you. So I don't want my lovely pile number ones to stay in relationships or things or places that is not fulfilling them, that is not making them happy, because guess what? Life is way too short. We're really not here for that long. You know, we think that the lifespan is a long amount of time and it's getting longer, but really, how fast does a year go by? And the older you get, the years just go by faster and faster. Yes, definitely some of you are going to get help from a friend or connect with somebody, and that's going to be how you meet your spouse. And some of you, it's going to be travel is how you're going to meet your spouse. But I do, above everything else, see that this person, your future spouse, is going to make you feel safe. I see that something did not make you feel safe and secure in the past or currently, but when this person comes in, they're going to make you feel very safe, very secure. They're going to make you feel like you can actually build something with them, that you're actually equal partners. Moving on to the Page of Wands, after you meet this person or after you go traveling, I see a lot of different inspiration is going to come into your life. A lot of different ideas are going to come into your life, and you're going to realize that you have limitless potential, okay? Because this card does talk about limitless potential, and it also talks about this person being a free spirit. So I see that once you get through this harder time or this time of stagnancy, you will become that free spirit that you've always wanted to be. You're going to be inspired by every little thing that you see. Every time you step out the door, you're going to see something, you're going to hear something, you're going to meet somebody that just inspires you. And the lovely, lovely thing about this pile that I am sensing is the fact that whoever is coming into your life, whoever your future spouse is going to help enhance this creativity, is going to help enhance the inspiration that comes into your life. The person that is going to be your future spouse is a very, very lovely person, is a person that is here for your best and highest good. This person is going to be your cheerleader. This person is going to be there with you every step of the way. And this person is going to inspire and motivate you to be the best version of yourself and tell you that you are strong. For some of my lovely pile ones, like I said, they will be here during this time helping you. So they will see how strong you are. And they will also see how courageous you are, because after this hard time, you don't just give up. You're courageous. So you're going to go out and travel and learn more and create more. And look at this Nine of Cups that we end off with. This is a really great card to end off with. The Nine of Cups basically is a dream come true, a wish come true. This is talking about the highest level of contentment that we can have. This is talking about the highest level of satisfaction that we can have. And this is also talking about gratitude. This person is very, very grateful. I mean, just look at the progression of the cards. At first, you're just struggling, and then you're kind of in this hanging state. But then look, you go through this time of contemplation, and then look, these two people at the end are just straight up dancing. That is the progression of how you're going to to meet your spouse. You're either going to meet them in this time or you're going to meet them in this time. But they just, as you meet them, make you happier and happier. Look at the dance. It just gets bigger and bigger. She just gets happier and happier. That's how I see your future spouse adding to your life. They're just going to make you happier and happier, more content, more grateful for the things that you do have. And again, they're just going to feel like a wish come true. Everything is going to start aligning. You're going to get your dream relationship. You're going to get the abundance that you always deserved. And you're going to find your purpose in this life. You're going to find your reason. You're going to find what feeds your soul. Okay, lovely pile number ones. And I'm really, really happy for you because I see that you're not just going to have this easy, peachy keen type of love story. You're going to have one that actually means something. You're going to have one that is worth something, because when we go through a struggle before we come to the light, come to the good parts of life, we're going to be able to appreciate that light moment even more because we went through this dark time. And it's not even a super dark time. There's worse cards in the tarot for sure. So overall, I see that you guys are either going to meet through traveling, or they're going to be some type of friend for you. They're going to be some type of companion for you to lean on. They're going to be somebody that you can rely on while you're going through this harder time. So whichever it is for you, pile number one, no matter what, it does end with the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So this just shows me that you're going to get a lot of passion, a lot of energy once you meet this person, once you finally come into union with this person. So now let's go ahead and go to the oracle cards that I pulled for this pile and see what else we have in store for how you will meet your spouse. So the first card I got is companions, right? Okay, so see, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, this person is going to help you through these dark times. And look at how lovingly she is looking at this person. And also the imagery of this card makes me feel like they see you as this beautiful angelic person, and they see themselves as somebody that maybe is not on your level, right? Because this is a creature and this is a fairy. So they're on different levels, but they see each other for who they are. Look at how lovingly they're looking at each other in the eyes. So another symbol for this is that you may be meeting somebody overseas, or you may be meeting somebody in a place that is not your hometown. So the people aren't going to look the same, the people aren't going to act the same, but that is absolutely okay because you're growing and you're expanding your mind, and you're growing and you're seeing what type of other people that are there for you outside of where you live. And for some of you, this doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way overseas. Some of you are just going to travel within the country that you live, especially with the time and age that we're currently in, but you will still meet somebody that is different from you on the outside. But once you guys connect, you will see that you have a lot of similarities on the inside, and you are going to be really great friends before you even start a budding relationship. This person is going to be helping you through this time. Even if you're in this phase of your life, I feel like you can easily open up to them about what you just recently went through, and they're going to be there for you every step of the way. They're going to look at you lovingly. They're going to hold space for you. They're going to listen to you. They're going to really help you get through this time. They're really going to help you get through this period where you don't feel your best. Remember, you are a free spirit, and you are somebody that's going to be very, very accomplished in life. I could see that for my pile number ones. So they want to see you go back to that person, even though they never saw you as that person, because either they met you here or they met you here, right? So they've never really actually seen you at your fullest, biggest potential the time period before you had to go through the struggle. So since they didn't see that time, they can only make guesses of how you used to be. But something about their intuition tells them that you used to be a free spirit. You used to have your head held up high, and all they want to do is help you get back to that place. And pile number one, you are definitely going to get back to that place, and they're just going to help you every step of the way. I just saw 333 on the clock, so if you guys have been seeing 333, that could be a confirmation for you that this is the relationship and the future spouse that you are going to receive. Moving on, I actually pulled a goddess oracle card because I wanted to see what type of goddesses and what type of dynamics fit into your relationship. So the goddess oracle I got was Yuzume, the goddess of humor. So yeah, not only are you guys gonna be like best friends, but you're gonna have each other cracking up at all times. This person's humor is exactly like your humor. That is how you're gonna know that it is your future spouse. You are literally going to be laughing every single time that you see them. Every single time that you guys get together, you're gonna be cracking up about something. And it's actually so, so beautiful because laughter, love, joy, all those things are the absolute highest vibration that we can experience in this physical plane. So the more laughter that you have in your your life, the more joy that you have in your life, the more you're going to be able to manifest. And I see that you guys actually are going to be able to manifest a lot in your life and build a lot together. Didn't I say something about building together earlier? Yes, I did. So I feel like you guys are going to be able to manifest and build so much in this life. You're going to be able to look back at your life when you are a grandma or a grandpa and see everything that you have built and just have this overarching sense of pride, this overarching sense of just accomplishment for everything that you have built with the love of your life. Like, I'm literally about to cry because it's so freaking beautiful. And you know what? I have to go back to this card really quick. This card is making me think of like Beauty and the Beast or even Shrek. I'm not saying that your significant other is not going to be attractive. I do feel like they're going to be very attractive and you guys are going to be very, very attracted to each other. But why I'm bringing up those movies is because we're taking the themes out of those movies. Like, they are two different people, different type of entities completely. I mean, Beauty and the Beast, I don't know what type of animal that is, but it is a princess and a beast. And the beast softens for her, the beast changes for her, and they become, you know, these star-crossed lovers. And also Shrek, yes, it is another princess, and it is a ogre that comes and saves her, not even on his own free will, but just because he was told to, basically. And look at what happens. I mean, they turn into this beautiful love story, and of course the princess does turn into an ogre as well, but that is besides the point. The story and the underlying meaning of these stories is what is really beautiful. Like, I genuinely feel like you are their princess, even if you don't identify with female, okay? You are somebody that feel like they need to protect, they feel like they need to save. And through this saving, or through this comfort that they give you, this companionship that they give you after they met you after your struggle, it's going to make you feel like in love with this person because they had saved you in a way. They had really seen you and really heard you in a way that you have never been seen and heard before. You're going to feel like this person is your friend. You're going to feel like this person is your therapist. You're also going to feel like this person is like the ultimate everything, the whole package for you. Again, remember, wish come true and this full treasure chest. When you meet this person, it's just going to feel like coming upon treasure, literally coming upon treasure. And that is exactly how they feel about you too. You are a goddess to them. You are a fairy to them. You are just this divine being to them. And I am so excited for you to actually meet this person because I see a lot of fulfillment coming into your life when you do. Moving on, I do have an archetype card, and I just pulled this archetype to actually see what type of archetype comes in play between you two. So the archetype I pulled for you guys is Angel. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. That's what I'm saying. They're not only going to think that you're a princess, they're not only going to think that you're this lovely being, they're not only going to think that you're an absolute free spirit that can get anything and anything that they want done, they're also going to see you as a freaking angel. Literally, they're going to think so highly of you. Like, they're going to want to put a ring on it ASAP. I don't even think that, honestly, you guys would be dating for that long. Like, you know how some couples, they're dating for like 5 or 10 years before the guy pops the question, or even longer than that. And absolutely nothing wrong with taking your time. But for you guys, the level of love and attraction that I see that they have for you, it's not going to be very long. Honestly, like 1 to 3 years of dating, and that's it. They're gonna literally be down on one knee and ready to go. And if it's the opposite way and you're the divine masculine and they're the divine feminine and you feel like you're gonna be the one that's proposing, I see that you're gonna do it within 1 to 3 years of dating this person because you guys just have such a strong connection. You guys think so highly of each other. This person is gonna treat you right. This person is gonna treat you like those love movies. And I hate to say that because I think that love movies are actually really corny sometimes, but for your pile, I honestly see that that's how they're going to treat you. That's how they're going to see you, and they just literally think so highly of you. Let's talk about the light attribute. So the light attribute for Angel says, helping those in need with no expect for return. Oh my god, okay, so I didn't even read that and see that. So I actually think that they're going to be like an angel for you as well. Not only are they going to help you, you're also going to help them, and you guys never expect anything in return. You're only doing it out of the goodness of your heart and to be a good companion. So I see that you guys have a strong bond and a strong friendship before you even get into union on an official level. And that is just like absolutely so beautiful. I see that you guys are going to help each other a lot. And of course, feelings is going to develop. And of course, a beautiful relationship is going to develop after that. And really quickly, the shadow attribute does saying acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So that is just a shadow attribute that you guys can keep in in mind of, but I honestly see that this person is not going to be in their shadow. They really do feel so strongly for you, and they think that you're a goddess, you're an angel, you're a free spirit, you're accomplished, you're successful. Like, they just think so highly of you, and I feel like you guys are going to build really great things together in this life. So let's go ahead and get some more clarification. So the next card I got for you is safe travel. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Like, you're going to be meeting through travel or something like that, because I feel like you're going to go off after this time. After this time, it was hard, so you don't want to stay in the same place. You don't want to, be in the same relationship or the same job or the same home. So you're going to want to go off. You're going to go looking for what feels right for you. You're going to go looking for what feels in alignment with you. And as you're trying to discover yourself, and as you're trying to discover what is right for you and where in the world you fit the best, you're going to be able to meet this person through safe travels. Like, that's exactly what I was saying. Even though I said some of you are meeting them in this phase, I do see that you guys are regardless going to be traveling together, because if you meet them in this phase and they help you get into this phase, you're going to invite them to wherever you're going to travel to, and they would absolutely go with you. That would be an opportunity that they would not want to miss at all. They would be elated when you invited them to go with you, because they're going to feel like this person wants me here. This person is going to take me along to something that is so personal to them. This must mean a lot to them, and it's going to mean a lot to them too. They're going to want to have a really good time with you, and it's going to feel like a vacation, even if your guys' intention for the travel is to have soul growth or learn more about different countries or whatever it is. I see that whatever you guys go do or wherever you guys go see, it is a time for you guys to bond even more. And the safe travel card does say, keep me safe and let me roam. Far away, but bring me home. So again, with this, some of you are just leaving your hometown or you're leaving your family home to kind of just get away a little bit, because we have been trapped in our homes for a long time, and some areas are not allowing travel right now, but some are. And I feel like for some of you, it's just a road trip, because if you can't actually get on a plane right now, I'm definitely not telling you to go get on a plane. But as things get better and you're able to go away, you're going to feel like it is my time to go. It is my time to finally go, because maybe you hadn't been traveling before this and now you feel limited, and now you're like, the next chance that I possibly can go, I'm going to go. So that's exactly what I'm seeing for you guys. The next card I got was magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magical secrets to me now show. That's so beautiful. Yeah, I feel like you guys are manifesting this person, and they are also manifesting you, okay? They see you literally as their dream guy or dream girl. Like, you have everything. Like, if they had a checklist, you would check all the boxes. They have been manifesting someone exactly like you, but you're currently probably stuck in this place, so their manifestation is not coming true yet. But once you get through this, they're gonna swoop right in. I literally see like the door closing on one thing, whether it's a person, place, or job or something like that, and then immediately another door opens, and then the other door on the opposite side has your future spouse. So whatever it is that you have been thinking about as you're watching this video of letting go, that is your gut feeling trying to tell you something, because I didn't mean to put any thoughts in your head. I made this as general as possible for the collective. I said it could be love, it could be a relationship, it could be a job that you're leaving, and it could even be a home or a family situation that you're leaving. But only you will know which one hit the most. Only you know what is actually happening in your life. I also saw 444 on the timer just now. So again, if you have been seeing 444, that is another confirmation for you. My lovely pile number 2s, I just feel like I can't even explain how happy that you are going to feel when you meet this person. I mean, with safe travel and magical powers, I'm highly getting that you're both very spiritual people. And if you're not totally into spirituality, I see that you still have these higher ideas, these higher beliefs. Like, you care about the environment, you care about the world, you care about humanity, okay? And people think caring about that stuff is not like, it doesn't relate to spirituality, but it totally does. Because if you really boil down religion or spirituality, what does all of the religions, all of the spiritual teachers talk about? We basically all talk about love, compassion, joy, peace, harmony, all of these higher vibrational states. That's what we should be spreading into the world. That's what we should be adding into the world. There is a lot of, negative things in the world, but we don't have to feed into that. All the spiritual teachers, all the religions is trying to get us to have inner peace so we could spread outer peace. So really it all boils down to peace. So whether you're spiritual or not, whether you're religious or not, I see that when you guys come into union, you are going to be a spiritual couple because you're going to love each other so much. You're going to have so much inner peace within your relationship that every single person that you talk to, every single person that you touch, every single person that you work with, every single person that you interact with is going to feel that from you. And they're going to feel happier. They're going to feel better in their own lives because they get to simply be around this relationship, be around this person, and get to share energy with you guys. Your energy is magnetic. Your energy is strong. Your energy is confident. So people are going to flock to you guys as a couple. I also see once you guys get into union and get into marriage that people are going to come flocking to you guys to ask for advice because you guys have literally, I don't want to say this because no relationship is perfect, but you guys have damn near a perfect relationship because you care about each other, you hold space for each other, you see each other in a high light, and the best thing is you believe in each other. So how many times have we been in friendships or relationships or even our own family where you kind of doubt the other person in some way? Maybe they did something that made you doubt them. Regardless, there is doubt when it comes to relationships and connections with people, but you guys don't really have those doubts when it comes to each other. You guys have utmost faith and belief in each other, which really does set you guys up for a beautiful relationship because you're going to empower and strengthen each other to chase your dreams. How many of us don't chase our dreams because of the things that people say to us? How many of us are too scared to go after what we really want because society said this, or our family said this, or our friends said it's not a good idea? Really, people, when they put us down that way, they're just scared for us, right? They're just scared that we're not going to be able to make it because even in this day and age, entrepreneurship is getting bigger, but it's still not like mainstream. It's not like most people are doing that. But here's my prediction actually for the world and how things are going to play out. Also through research and a lot of other people thinking this and seeing that this is the trend. But the current generation, the newest generation that is actually getting born right now, I think they're going to be called Gen Alpha. I'm not 100% sure because I've also actually heard them be called Gen Zoomers, like kind of like an offspin of boomers, but Zoomers because they went to school over Zoom. So this generation, the youngest generation, they're probably not going to really care about college because college is kind of becoming not as valuable for sure, and the debt that comes with college is not really worth it. And the millennials got the brunt of that, but these Gen Alphas are the children of the millennials. So I feel like millennial parents are going to tell them not to go to college. And what is that going to cause? That's going to actually cause people to learn things that they actually like and then become entrepreneurs and do a lot of freelance type of work. That's how I see the world going. And I see that a lot of people are going to become self-sufficient and sovereign, and they're going to rely on their own skills and knowledge to make them money. They're not going to be working for somebody or a company they don't care about anymore. And I feel like that's what you guys are discovering as well. You don't really resonate with the company that you work for anymore. You don't really resonate with the path of life that you're on anymore, whether that again is relationship, job, family, or the place that you live. So you're breaking away from that. And you know what? You're setting yourself up to be a really, really good role model for your kids. I'm telling you, you guys are not only going to be this power couple, but when you do actually bring kids into this world, if you feel like that, okay, nobody's forcing you, but if you feel like you want to bring kids into this world, and I sense actually, sorry, really quick tangent, I feel like some of you have never thought about kids, never really wanted kids because you're like, no, with the way the world is set up, how am I going to afford a kid, or how am I going to actually be able to parent somebody, But the truth is, I feel like when you meet this person, they are going to change your mind. And I know that's so cliche because everybody does say that when you meet the right person, blah, 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 but it's true. So that's how I feel like you're going to feel with your future spouse. And it's just like for some of you, it's the only person that you're going to feel that way about. Even this relationship that you had to leave for some of you. I know deep down in your heart that you never felt like that person was going to be a good mom or good dad. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not saying that they wouldn't be a good mom or dad like at all. I'm just saying like with you and how you guys talk to each other, how you guys interact with each other, you felt like you couldn't be a good parent alongside them. You know what I mean? But this person that comes in and shows you so much love, so much space, so much compassion is going to make you feel like, yeah, I'm going to be a good mom or dad, and they're going to be a good mom or dad as well. And we're going to come together and we're going to create beautiful life in this world. And also, I do research a lot of like generational things just out of curiosity. So another thing, if you guys are curious, is the trend of us all staying at home more. I know some people are like, I really want to go out, and you are going to be able to do that in the future. But just the way that things are going with the environmental impacts that we're trying to preserve the environment, and also with technology getting stronger and stronger, a lot of people are just going to spend more time at home. And that's not a bad thing. That means our families are going to get closer and we're actually going to talk. I know that's weird, but I feel like a lot of generations that did not grow up with the internet, they weren't able to get the therapy that we needed. They weren't able to heal from their traumas because there was no internet for them to connect and even realize that there was trauma. But now that we are the age that grew up with the internet, we are able to connect. We're able to be vulnerable on the internet and share our life stories so people can connect with us, so people can understand that their story is not the only story in the world. Other people relate to, other people get me too. Things that I didn't know people would understand because it's so personal, like it's family stuff or whatever, people understand. So we are the generation of healing. We are the generation of breaking generational curses. That is honestly how I feel. And when we bring children into this world, if we do decide that, our families are going to be so close. And I'm not saying that every single person is going to get this, because some people cannot heal from their traumas, but you guys do heal from your traumas. And this spouse is going to help you heal from your childhood traumas. And of course, they will have childhood traumas too. Everyone has childhood traumas, whether we are conscious of it or not. And I see that as so beautiful because you guys are going to have this lovely, lovely relationship and family. Okay, sorry, that was a lot, but I did feel that from your guides, so I wanted to say it so you guys are encouraged and empowered to keep moving forward even if you're in a hard time right now. And the next card I got for you guys is Courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. That's what I'm saying. I definitely said courage in here. Like, you had to have courage to leave this thing. You had to have courage to move on. And this is reducing down to the number 8. So that is the number of abundance as well. I feel like your courage is going to bring you abundance. You're a leader. My pile number 1s are leaders for sure. Another thing that your future spouse finds really, really attractive about you is your courage. They see that you have gotten through this time. They see that you're able to chase things. And since they gas you up so much, basically, you're going to be even more empowered and more courageous throughout life. Like, this is a power couple dynamic here. And of course, my lovely pile number 1s already had an inkling that they deserve this level of love. And that is why you intuitively picked this pile, because I feel like what I'm saying is everything that you guys have dreamt of when it comes to a future spouse, which is why I feel like the 9 of Cups is here, because literally it's going to be a wish come true. And I'm only here to confirm everything that your guides have been planning for you the entire time. And then finally, we do have the Strength card. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. Okay, so you guys are super, super strong. And it says strength, stability, in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys empower each other. You guys are able to endure the hard times, because I'm not saying that your guys' relationship is going to be easy peasy and peachy keen all the time. You're probably still going to have disagreements. You're probably still going to have times where you need to come together and collaborate with each other on what the next steps are, especially when you bring children into the mix or something like that. You're going to have to parent together, but you're going to be able to endure absolutely everything. And also, I feel like I said strength and courageousness a lot when I was just pulling the tarot, and I feel like that's because I am sensing so much strength and courage from you guys, because to be able to go through this and then get into this area of life and start to get your light back, it takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of courage to shine again, okay? I would say like some of my readings are like all peachy keen and like everything just looks absolutely amazing from start to finish. But the readings that I like the most is when it has some depth, when you actually do have to go through something to get the reward at the end, because the reward is going to be so much sweeter because you got to see and experience things that were not on the same level. So like, for example, if you guys have had a lot of honestly shitty relationships in the past and you have been really wanting a new, better relationship to come into your life and you have been heavily manifesting it, you need to leave what is not good for you, work on yourself, work on loving yourself, and then you will attract what you are. If you feel like a goddess and you feel like an angel and you feel like you are a lovely, lovely soul, and you are, whether you know it or not, then you're going to be able to attract somebody that matches your level and also feels that same way about you. I absolutely loved this reading, pile number 1. If you did enjoy this reading, please give me a big like down below and comment which pile you picked and what resonated the most for you, because I love reading your comments. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your Self-Care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye pile 1. Hi pile 2. If you chose the Dalmatian Jasper, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot. I got the 4 of Swords, the Tower, the 8 of Wands, the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands, and finally I got the Knight of Wands. All right, my lovely pile number 2. So this is what I'm seeing for you of how you will meet your lovely future spouse. So I actually feel like you're just chilling, right? You're absolutely just chilling. You're very content in your life. I know it kind of looks weird because she's in a nest, but that just means that you're at the ultimate level of chill, because this card does talk about resting, relaxation. It also is a card of recuperation, contemplation, and meditation. So I feel like this nest is symbolic of your home. You feel very, very happy within your own home. You're probably very satisfied with your job, your friendships. Absolutely everything is perfect and fine. And it's like you actually don't even realize that you're going to meet this person when you meet them. Like, it's going to be one of those moments where it completely comes out of the blue because you're already chilling. You're already good. Like, everything in your life is set up fine. And that's actually how we do attract people into our lives and how we attract the things that are meant for us into our life, because we're in that area of high vibrational state. We're in that area of being able to receive. So usually the Tower card is like scary and people do not like it because people do not want to go through change. But what I'm actually seeing for how this is laid out and the question that we ask, how will you meet your soulmate? How will you meet your future spouse? Is this Tower card is how you're going to feel when you meet them, because you're chilling. You were like ready to be single. You weren't even really looking for a relationship at that time, right? This is after all of the hard work that you've done on yourself to love yourself. This is after all the hard work you have done to get your life right, your home situation right, your job right. After everything that you've worked so hard for, and you're just in a place where you're chilling, they come in hot, okay? Because the Tower does talk about sudden changes, upheaval, chaos, revelation, and awakening. So for you, I just feel like there is going to be a sudden change, especially with it coming next to the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands actually talks about fast-paced change. It talks about actions, alignment, and movement. It also talks about air travel. So you could be meeting somebody when you're traveling, like for work, and you like literally did not expect to meet somebody this way or this trip, and you do. So I feel like whatever it is, some of you it's going to be through travel, some of you it's going to be in your hometown, but whatever it is, you were in a period of not really feeling like you were gonna meet somebody, especially not your future husband or wife. So it just feels absolutely world shaking, and you guys are gonna come in hot and heavy. This person's gonna come in hot and heavy, and at first I feel like you're gonna not take them that seriously because you're like, dang, this is too fast for me. This is literally a sudden change. Okay, this talks about sudden change and this talks about fast-paced change. So I see that when you guys come into union, I mean, you're gonna be like one of those couples that just move really, really fast, and you're in a place where you had everything set up. So I feel like you're at first gonna be like, I don't know about this, I don't want to move that fast, I've never moved this fast before. But again, this is a person that is absolutely different than anyone you've ever dated. Okay, this is a person that's gonna bring all new types of things into your life. So let's say previous relationships, you've only had somebody where you feel like you were always mentoring them, you were always uplifting them, you were always teaching them. But this relationship, this person is actually going to be able to teach you. They're going to actually put more abundance into your life in all terms. Abundance doesn't just mean money. Abundance can also be an abundance of emotional support. It can be an abundance of happiness. It can definitely be an abundance of prosperity as well. Don't get me wrong. But abundance just means a lot of different things. And I see that they are going to bring a lot of happiness and abundance into your life with the Hierophant card coming next. The Hierophant does talk about spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, conformity, traditions, and institutions. So yeah, some of you you could be like of the same religion or spiritual beliefs for sure, but what I'm seeing out of this is actually the Hierophant is regarded as a spiritual teacher, and it is also linked to Taurus. So they could be a Taurus or you can be a Taurus, but you don't have to be. And what does Taurus tell me? That you are going to have a very sensual relationship. You're going to really enjoy the pleasures of things together and teach each other a lot. So this person's going to uplift you a lot and show you a lot of things. Like they're going to take you to restaurants that you've never been to before. They're going to show you places that you've never seen before, didn't even know existed. Like I see them knowing all these hidden places, these hidden gems, and they're so excited to start showing you. They are so excited to teach you things that you can't see, the intangible stuff, the things like tarot and astrology, and the things that can't really be proven, right? But they also have a great knowledge of the worldly things, because remember, Taurus is an earth sign, and if they do have earth in their chart or they have some heavy Taurus placements, they are going to be highly sensual. And this means that they just like to pleasure their senses, touch, taste, smell. They're going to like to smell beautiful things. They're going to like to have good cologne on them. They're going to smell good. They're going to want to eat good food. They're going to want to see beautiful places. They're all about pleasing these senses. So I see that you guys are going to have a lot of fun together, honestly, because you're going to travel the world together. You're going to see a lot of different things together. And even if you guys cannot travel right now, I see that you guys are going to do short distance travel. You're going to do road trips. This is not a boring person. This is a person that wants to go out and have fun. And they're going to actually kind of take you out of your shell, because I feel like my pile number 2s are a little bit of homebodies, or you're having a phase when you're about to meet this person where maybe you were more of a person that went out, but now you're in this phase of like settling down and wanting to just be at home and be chill with all the things that you've built, because again, you are very accomplished by the time you meet this person. Like your job is set up, your home is set up, everything is set up, you have your friend group, you have, you know, absolutely everything that you want. If you have pets, they're going to be taken care of, everything's going to be perfect, right? And then this person comes in hot and they're like shaking your world up, because they're like, no, get out of your house, because we're going to go do this, we're going to go do that. I just saw a vision. They're going to be the type of boyfriend or girlfriend that calls you when they're outside, like, hey, I'm outside, let's go do this or do that, and you don't want to say no, because what they have planned for that day is so fun. Like what they have planned for you that day is so exciting that you're like, why the heck would I turn this up? Like, let me get ready really quick. And you're going to be so comfortable with this person. You guys, I'm going to cry. I did not expect this, but I'm like getting all these downloads. They're going to be that type of person that makes you feel super comfortable. So when they show up at your house, like out of the blue, right? And you usually take, you know, X amount of time to get ready. They're like, no, don't even get ready. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you're dressed like. Like, I just want to spend time with you. I want to be next to you. I want your essence. I want your personality. I want to just spend my time with you. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you're dressed like. And that's probably different to you, because you feel like, I have to look my best. I have to impress people. I sense that from my pile number 2s. Like, to get to where you are now, to the success that you have now, to be in this chilling state when you meet them, that means you did have to work hard. That means you did have to impress people along the way. That's just how it goes. Like, we want to be professional. We want to be accomplished in this life. And sometimes we got to do things that just make us look more polished, basically. But with this person, even though they're a Taurus, remember, they do like their senses pleased. Your personality is already it for them. Your natural beauty is already it for them, okay? Like, they don't feel like you need to do it up for them. And that's really beautiful. Like, I love that. And then moving on to the 9 of Wands, this does talk about resilience, persistence, courage. It talks about a test of faith. So I feel like you guys aren't going to have like this absolutely 100% peachy keen relationship, but every single thing that you guys go through, you're going to go through it together. You're going to be able to endure it, and you're going to help each other be more strong, more courageous. And with this card talking about boundaries as well, you have both grown to a point that you know your boundaries very well. So this is not like a little kid relationship anymore. You guys have both probably had your separate relationships to the point that you know your boundaries very well. And even if they didn't have a different relationship, or you never had a different relationship, the reason why you know your boundaries so well is probably through just interactions with other people, whether it's your family or your job or people on the internet, honestly. Like, you just know your boundaries really well. And that is actually really important for a relationship, because a lot of relationships fail because people are encroaching on each other's boundaries. There's codependency issues. There's issues where, you know, you're not really speaking your mind. But I don't see that for you guys at all. Even if that was your past and how your previous relationships played out, that's not how it's going to play out for this relationship, for your future spouse. They're going to hold space for you. They're going to illustrate their boundaries very clearly for you. You're going to respect their boundaries, and you're going to illustrate your boundaries very, very clearly for them. And they're going to also respect your boundaries. And I also saw 1111 on the timer just now. So if you guys have been seeing 1111 or manifesting a love like this into your life, know that it is coming for you. But like I said, you're going to have to be in this place where you're kind of not expecting it. So right now, if you're heavily manifesting it and heavily wanting it, it's not going to come. It's going to be like you put that intention out into the world, and trust me, your guys understand and they know they can plan things out years in advance. They do not have the limits that we have. They're not bound by space. They're not bound by time. Okay. They know everything. Everything is already written. Okay. And of course you have free will, so things can shift and change. But when it comes to your future spouse, the type of person that's coming into your life is already set in stone. Okay. This is going to be a person that enlightens you a lot. This is going to be a person that is going to be there for you. This is going to be a person that's going to be very exciting. And I also see how exciting they are by getting the Knight of Wands at the end. So I see that this is going to be your dynamic when you guys are fully in union. Likely when you're in a serious relationship with this person, or even after marriage, this is a very, very passionate character. This is a person that has a lot of energy. They love adventure and they act on their inspirations. So what does that mean? When we're inspired by something, like let's say we just went out and we went to a place that we never seen before, and we saw something or experienced something or had a conversation with somebody that we usually wouldn't, and it inspired us to do something or start some type of business or start some type of creative project. But some people just get inspired and never actually follow through. The Knight of Wands is going to follow through, okay? So they're going to bring a lot of adventure into your life. They're going to bring a lot of energy and passion and inspiration into your life, and they are going to act on their inspirations, and they're going to inspire you to act on your inspirations as well. But it is important to also note that the Knight of Wands actually does talk about impulsiveness as well. So you guys might be impulsive when it comes to booking trips or doing things that you feel like it's going to be fun and creative, but I don't actually see this as negative. A lot of people are too frigid, too basically anti-impulsive, like not spontaneous at all. But your guys' relationship is going to be so freaking fun. It's going to have so much passion and drive and just like spontaneity. That is like the main word that's coming up here. Like you're just going to do things whenever. Like I don't know why I'm getting so much like spontaneity for your reading, but I just feel like you're never going to know like really what's going to happen in the next week with you guys. Like again, like this Tower moment, this Eight of Wands, like this person is going to come in hot and heavy, and that is their natural persona. That is how they like to live their life. I know that's a little bit anti-Taurus because traditionally Taurus is known as being sensual and they do like to be homebodies and they're more introverted. But I just feel like Taurus is part of their chart or in the sensual aspect. But I am getting multiple wands, so I feel like they're actually really, really fiery. If anything, they could be earth and fire dominant, but let's actually just leave it up to the astro dice and see what we can get. Pile number two. All right, so I'm actually getting Gemini, 7th house, and K2. So Gemini is the teacher of the zodiac. Gemini is very talkative, is very busy, has a lot of different hobbies, has a lot of different activities. So that is an air sign, and I know I'm saying earth and fire, but regardless, the energy is the same. This person is kind of scattered. This person is like all over the place in a way, and you're like this organized person that had everything together, right? So that's why your whole life is going to change, but it's going to change for the better because you needed a little bit more excitement in your life. You needed a little bit more spice in your life, and this is the person that is going to bring that spice into your life. And of course, we got the 7th house. The 7th house is the one-on-one partnerships. It does talk about marriage, so we are having a marriage reading here. So I just definitely see that this is 100% going to be your life partner. This is going to be your equal partner, and you guys are going to just have this amazing energy together. And actually, I love that K2 is here. K2 is the South Node, and it talks about our past lives. It talks about our past. So I feel like you guys actually have been together in a past life, and that is really making sense because when they come in, remember, they're coming in hot and heavy. There is something that they know because, again, Hierophant is a spiritual person. There's something that they know you before, or that they just are so attracted to you and they don't know why. They're not exactly sure, but there's just something that's telling them to pursue you, to impress you, to chase after you, even though, again, remember in the beginning you're going to be like, this is too fast for me, but that's because there's something inside them. They know that you are the one. Like right off the bat, it's going to be like love at first sight or love at first date, whatever it is. They are going to be immediately attracted to you right upon seeing you, right upon talking to you. They're going to try to pursue you very, very heavily. And I would just let yourself be pursued, okay? Because it is really, really lovely to be pursued, whether you are masculine or feminine. It's just nice to be wanted and chased after by somebody that feels like an equal. So I definitely see that this is a past life relationship. It is a deep union. And also you're just going to have a lot of fun together because they're going to teach you a lot. You're going to teach them a lot about the world. And I mean, like literally on point. Like the freaking astro dice are on point to everything I said. Like total confirmation. I know a lot of different like signs came out, but I just feel like they have this fiery energy. Like if Gemini wasn't an air sign, I honestly would feel like they'd be a fire sign. Like they have fire sign characteristics, right? Because they have a lot of energy. They're very scattered. They do a lot of things just like fire signs. Fire signs are doing a lot of things all the time. They're action oriented, they're passion oriented, and they have a lot of energy. And that's how I feel about Gemini. They got a lot of energy. So whether they're a Taurus or a Gemini or a fire sign, because again, this is a general reading, the same thing is true. They're more outgoing, they're more extrovert, they're more like out into the world. They want to like actually experience things. And I feel like, yeah, my pile number 2s are a little bit more chill, more introverted, but they are going to open up your mind and your literal reality is going to expand. So let's go ahead and move on to the oracle cards that I pulled for you. First things first, we have the Moon Dragon. So the Moon Dragon card is talking about emotions. The moon talks about our emotions, and in this card I feel like it is just so like captivating. I feel like what it is about your guys' emotions is you're going to be able to understand and take care of each other so well. Like this person is going to actually literally make you feel like they're wifey or hubby material, because in the past you felt like people didn't really understand your emotions and didn't really see you or hear you in the way that you needed to be seen or heard. But this person literally is going to come in hot and like show you all of that right away, because again, remember, they have a deep knowing when they meet you that you're like somebody very, very familiar to them. You're somebody that they have known in a past life and have been with in a past life. And even if they don't necessarily believe in past lives, they have this deep knowing. They're just like, why am I so attracted to this person? Like, I can't give up. There's some like invisible cord. Okay, that's what I just heard. They feel like there's some invisible cord between you two, and that they would be absolutely foolish to not chase after you. So they are going to put full force into you, and of course that means taking care of your emotions as well. And I feel like with this card as well, it is talking about how much they're open with their emotions to you, and that's going to be surprising to you, because again, this is just for some of you. You have been in relationships before where the person wasn't really like that open with their emotions. They weren't really that in touch with their emotions, and you were always like left guessing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You were always left guessing in the past. And that's why you worked so hard to get everything right for yourself. You worked so hard to get your house right. You worked so hard to get your career right. You worked so hard to get your friend group right. Because I feel like you've also had to shed some friends, okay? And when you finally get this all right, you only will accept somebody that is going to make your moods and emotions calm. You're only going to accept people that is going to be adding to your life, not taking away from it like the past. Like, people used to stress you out to the point where you had to retreat. And then maybe you were extroverted in the past when you were younger, and then now you're turning introverted because you didn't like how people were treating you, or you didn't like how the way the world was set up. But this person's going to literally change your life. It's honestly so beautiful. And with this being a full moon, the full moon is a good time for releasing things. So I feel like they're actually going to help you release emotional baggage and help you get into the lighter aspects of life. Oh, and actually, did I talk about the Dalmatian stone? The Dalmatian stone, also called the Dalmatian Jasper, is actually becoming one of my favorite stones because it is the stone of joy. It is a childlike, playful vibration that emits healing. It helps us release anger. It helps us release hurt and depression. It helps us release anything like bitterness and any other lower vibes like resentment as well. So with this being a childlike vibrational stone, it actually helps us connect with our inner child. It helps us immerse in the positive aspects of life, and it encourages us to open up to more joy, more laughter, more self-expression, more creative expression. And it is also a really good stone for spiritual grounding and psychic protection. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they help you grow in spiritual matters, and they also protect you, and they're also on honestly, I feel like you guys have a psychic connection. You finish each other's sentences, or you know how each other is feeling without even actually talking about it, which is another reason why I feel like this full moon dragon card is coming up, because this is a very intuitive creature. This is a creature that knows everything about moods and emotions. So I feel like it's not going to be hard for you guys to connect on that level. And honestly, the hardest connections to build and make is emotional connections, but you guys are not going to have any type of problem with that. And I just feel like that is a huge pillar of a relationship, emotional connection. Of course, there's also like trust and communication, but emotional connection is really, really important too. And I just saw 2222 on the clock, so 4 2s. So I don't know if that has been coming up for you, 222 or even 4 2s, but that might be a confirmation for you that you guys are gonna come into union and be a damn near perfect couple and just have this lovely 2 of Cups union. I know the 2 of Cups didn't come up, but I'm sensing 2 of Cups energy, you know what I mean? I'm sensing like that equal partnership energy where you help them, they help you, you empower them, they empower you help them with their emotions, they help you with your emotions, you hold space for them, they hold space for you, you know what I mean? Like everything is equal here. So moving on, I did get the goddess card, Anine. And this is the goddess of adaptability. So for me, I feel like this makes a lot of sense because they're going to teach you how to adapt. Again, you were in your chillin' mode, they come in hot and a lot of things change. Literally your whole life changes and your whole perspective on life changes. Everything about your life changes. They even will bring more friends and networks into your life because your guys' networks were separate before and now they're going to connect. I definitely don't see like you guys like knowing each other before because again, you already had your friend group. You had everything set up and then they come in hot. So I feel like you're from 2 completely different friend groups, 2 completely different circles, but you're going to be able to adapt to each other very, very well. You're going to be able to adapt to each other's moods and emotions very well. You're going to be able to adapt to each other's family, friends, everything really, really well. And this relationship is going to require a lot of adaptation. And hey, like, maybe you're in your introvert state right now and you're like, yo, like, I don't even want this because I am like major introvert, okay? But look, I'm not saying that it's going to be their way or the highway. They're going to invite you to things that excite you, okay? So never think that they're going to make you or force you to do anything. That's definitely not the case. What I'm trying to say with that vision that I got, where they're literally outside your house like, hey, I'm outside, like come outside, that's going to be exciting for you. That is going to feel different for you. This is a sudden change in your life and an upheaval, but a willing one. Like you want this. Like for some reason, there's something that you know within yourself too, like this is the one. Even early on in the relationship, you're like, this is the one. So you're willing to adapt to them and you're changing your life because you want to, because you feel safe around them. So maybe you're more introverted because you really like to protect your energy. And that's a thumbs up. Like I am very, very introverted. Like I'm always in my house, okay? And I just feel like sometimes when I go outside or go to parties, and honestly, you will not see me at a party. It's like wedding or like baby shower is the only things I'll come out to. And maybe like a few birthday parties or like super big events like graduation or something, like maybe I'll pop out, you know what I mean? And that's because I want to protect my own energy. So I'm resonating with pile number 2 because I feel like you guys also do that. You love to protect your energy. And like I said, that's a huge thumbs up from me. But there is a point when we are protecting our energies too much that we just like don't go to anything. Like wedding doesn't matter, baby shower don't matter, like people's birthdays and graduations and stuff like just don't matter to us anymore because we're so hidden away. And I feel like you kind of start to inch towards that and you just want to like only do things that are in your greatest and highest good. And nothing has really felt like it was in your greatest and highest good for a while. You're just so comfortable with like being at home and just doing your job and hanging out with the few select friends that you had, but you weren't really exploring anymore. You kind of got this place of like stagnation, and you were in your heart wanted to feel safe, wanted to feel protected. And the reason why you're so excited with every single thing that they invite you to is because that sense of protection and safety that this person gives you, you're like, this person is like a human crystal. Like this person dispels negative energy. And oh, you know what? Something that they do when you're first meeting or first starting to get to know each other is they will stand up for you. Somebody will say something to you. I'm sensing that somebody's going to say or do something to you in front of them, even if it's one of those jokes or jabs, and they're going to literally speak up right away. Like right away. They're going to be like, no. Like, what are you even saying? You're wrong. Like they're going to straight up check that person. And that is that first moment that you're going to know, 1, this is the person for you. And 2, this is a good person. And also 3, that you're safe with this person and this person is here to protect you and be your equal partner. They don't like it when people talk down to you. You know a song that it just is playing in my head, right? Cross Me by Ed Sheeran. He talks about you basically better not cross her because you're gonna have to deal with me. Like, I'm not playing with that shit. Like, that's exactly the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting full body chills. Like, that's exactly the vibe I'm getting from the person that you're going to marry, okay? Like, even if the person is more divinely feminine and is very, very feminine and has a very feminine, nurturing, soft nature, okay, she ain't gonna take that shit. Like, she is gonna know when to check somebody, and they will check somebody for you. And that's only for the people that identify with liking females, but even masculine energy, they're gonna check people for you. So moving on, the next card we have is peace. That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, that's what I was saying the whole time. Like, you're in this place of deep peace. Like, you're already chilling. Like, you're so happy, you're so peaceful. Like, you had everything set up. So that's why you were able to attract this peaceful person into your life. You finally were able to attract your soulmate, your future spouse, into your life because you were at a place of complete relaxation, ready to receive and open to receive. Okay, this person is going to bring a lot of peace into your life. You're already peaceful, but this person is going to bring more peace into your life. Even though you're going to have a lot of fun together, you're going to have a lot of passion, you're going to have a lot of energy, you're going to do a lot of things, but it still just feels peaceful the whole time because you feel protected with them, you feel empowered by them, you feel like you could take on the world basically with them by your side. And honestly, you guys, peace is one of the highest vibrations. So I just sense that this is going to be a high vibe relationship. Like, you guys are going to love each other so much. It's so beautiful. And I feel like you guys are that type of couple that people are like, wow, they worked really hard on that relationship. Like, they are just always in a good vibe. Like, your guys' energy and your guys' relationship is going to inspire people on the internet. If you guys like to post on social media or anything like that, your relationship is going to inspire people that you meet in the grocery store because they're just like, wow, they just seem like they're in love and they just seem like they really care about each other. You're going to inspire, of course, your friends and family as well, because you're going to show people what type of a relationship you can have when you're at peace with yourself and at peace with each other. Because a lot of times in relationships, we have, turmoil within ourselves and we don't have inner peace. So it manifests out into our relationships and we don't mean to take it out on other people. But that's just straight up what happens. And that is the shadow side of the collective. Okay. Everyone does participate a little bit in that. So I feel like not only do they help you with your own inner peace, they came with their own inner peace. You guys actually just seem like my mature pal. Like, you were already at inner peace with your own selves when you came into union. And that's how you actually attracted each other, because you were ready for each other, basically. And then the next card I got for you guys is joy. Oh my gosh. And then I forgot to actually read the peace card, but the peace card says, Bridget, goddess in your sacred name, a light within me, peace's flame. And then the joy card says, as I do well, so mote it be, let joy and light radiate from me. I just feel like you guys are going to touch people's lives, other people that you didn't really even know is paying attention to you guys. They're going to be like, that is my couple goal. Like, them, that's exactly what I want, like, for my own self. People are going to aspire to have that type of relationship, but they don't understand how much work that you guys did behind the scenes on your own self to be able to attract it. But I feel like when people do come to you guys and ask you guys for help, you're going to give open arms help for them. You're going to give them advice that you genuinely mean, and you're here to, like, help people. I feel like you guys actually, when you come together, you're going to help people in a lot of different ways. It's not just going to be like relationship advice. It's not just going to be simply inspiring people. You're going to add peace and joy into people's lives, and you're just going to be able to radiate, all this high vibrational stuff that people are just like, I want to be around that couple. Like, that couple feeds my soul. You know how, like, some people are awkward to third wheel with? You guys are not that couple that's awkward to third wheel with. People feel like uplifted after hanging out with you guys. And with your, future boo thing, wanting to basically explore the world and get their hands into everything, being the little Gemini or Taurus that they are, or a little fire sign that they are, they're just gonna, like, make a lot of connections and kind of, like, up your guys' social status in a way, because even though you're super accomplished on your own, when you guys come together, again, new networks, right? You guys are doing new things, and you're going to inspire each other to kind of do more in life and really build that power couple status that you guys have, because straight up off the bat, like, you guys are going to be a power couple. And then next, I actually have abundance. That's beautiful. It says, goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Exactly. I feel like you guys are actually going to help people so much, and that's what's going to bring in your abundance. Because what actually makes people rich, like the millionaires and the billionaires, is they think in terms of how can I provide the most value to the most amount of people? How can I move forward in my life and make sure people are taken care of? I don't know why I just heard that. You want to take care of people. And it's not like you're anybody's mom or dad or anything like that. But you genuinely feel like in such a good place in your life, so blessed from this relationship that you have so much peace, so much joy, so much abundance. Like these are very high vibrational things. Like I said, it's all about vibrations with this pile. You were in a good vibration, they were in a good vibration, so you come together and make this, I mean, just crazy like fireworks type of relationship. You're gonna attract so much abundance because you only attract what you are. So since you guys are so abundant in peace, joy, high vibrational things, you're gonna get rewarded financially from it. You're gonna provide a lot of value for people in all types of ways. How? I'm not sure. I see a lot of great things that my pile number twos are going to do with their partner, but there is going to be a sharing of abundance. I feel that. And then finally, what did I say? We actually got the beggar card. That's funny. Okay, so the beggar card, the light attributes say, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And the shadow attribute says, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Okay, so you guys aren't beggars. That's not what I was saying. But people are going to come to you literally to like ask you for advice. Like I said, like, oh my God, that's crazy that came up. But I also am sensing that you guys are going to do things like feed the hungry. You guys are also going to share your abundance, like I just said right before like that card came up. I just feel like you guys are in a high vibrational state, and your whole relationship will be high vibrational to a point where you're literally, I'm getting the full body chills. You're like, I have so much peace, I want to share it. I have so much joy, I want to share it. I have so much knowledge and wisdom, I want to share it. I want to spread what I feel, this inspiration that I feel from my relationship. I want to share those feelings with other people. And eventually you're gonna literally have so much money, you're not going to know what to do with it. And then you guys are going to come together and realize like, hey, we could actually really help the world. Hey, we could create a company or a product that's really going to help a lot of people, and we're going to charge a fair price for it. Okay. Or we're going to straight up give it away. And this is not just to like give it away, but this is with an intention. Like, I am only going to give this product away to the people that need it the most. I'm only going to help the organizations, or I'm only going to donate to the organizations or nonprofits that I believe in. But there is going to be a point in your guys' life where you're totally set. You're going to have literally extra income. You're going to be taken care of. Your family's going to be taken care of. And then there's going to be a point where you have an overflowing amount of abundance that you guys are going to come together and, you know, bring your heads together and decide which are the best places to donate to, because you really do care about the world, you care about humanity. Did I talk about environment in this pile? I feel like at some point I said something about the environment, that you guys are environmentally conscious, but if I did not, I feel like you guys are also going to grow to be environmentally conscious, and you guys are just gonna care about other people. It's not just about yourselves. Like, when you first meet, you guys were already good with yourselves, and then it became about your union. But once you're actually together and actually deep into your marriage, it's going to become about other people. It's going to become helping other people and serving humanity in a way that you get to work together to do it. And that is so freaking beautiful, for real. All right, that is actually all I have for you, my lovely pile number twos. I really genuinely enjoyed this reading so much. I feel like you guys are going to just accomplish the best things with your lover, and you're going to be able to actually provide a lot of peace, joy, and abundance to the collective, which is always a lovely thing to read and see. So if you did enjoy this reading, please give me a big like down below and comment what pile you picked and what resonated the most, or what you're most excited for about this union. I really love to read your comments, so make sure you leave me something down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye pal 2. Hi pal 3, if you chose the Opalite, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot. I got Judgment, the High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the Emperor, which is really exciting. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Right off the bat, what I'm seeing for you guys is you're gonna be going through some type of rebirth before you actually meet this person. Because the Judgment card talks about kind of like letting go and rebirthing ourselves. This is a general reading, so I don't want to define what type of rebirth you're going through, but some options could be a new relationship or leaving a relationship. It could be a new job. It could be a new place to live. It could be a new friend group, whatever it is. It could even be a new way of thinking completely. You are just going to go through this rebirth, and with it being next to the High Priestess, this talks about relying on your own intuition and your own sacred knowledge to be able to make these judgments of rebirthing. There's some type of inner calling that is calling to you, and maybe you had like this moment of realization that you're kind of going down a path that isn't really in alignment with you. So you're like, I need to change everything. I need to rebirth myself. I need to redo this, because the Judgment card traditionally kind of shows a picture of a higher being, maybe like an angel or something, looking down at humans, and the humans are naked to show vulnerability, and they're going to be judged on everything that they've done. So it's kind of like that moment of reckoning, and I feel like you're doing this to yourself, because in this picture it is just depicted the girl and her higher self, right? So I just feel like whatever it is, you feel like you weren't in alignment with your greatest and highest good. So it was time for you to do a rebirth, and you needed to use your own intuition to make sure that that happened. I see that's why that these two are here, and you actually got 3 major arcana in your 6th spread. So I see that this is going to be very, very significant time period in your life, and it's going to be a very significant relationship in your life. I mean, yeah, it's going to be your future spouse. So once you kind of go within, because the High Priestess is also the divine feminine, and it also represents the subconscious mind. So I see that you guys are going to be relying on your intuition through meditation, and you're also going to be doing a lot of spiritual things before you meet this person. Moving on to the 2 of Pentacles, usually this is talking about having multiple priorities and trying to figure out time management, prioritization, and also being adaptable. So for some of you, I highly sense that you have decided to leave something, but you're still trying to balance it. So I see that you guys are heavily balancing something. You're on the way out of maybe a career, but you didn't want to like have no income, and you're working on something more creative, something more collaborative, because we do have the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. So this shows me that you are going to be working in teams, you're going to be working in a collaborative learning environment, and maybe that's what you've always wanted. So I am getting a little bit more of like career, work, and purpose vibes out of this, but it doesn't have to be for all of you. It could just be friend groups, it could just be even family for some of you. Some of you are walking away from certain friends or certain families, so you can get the type of friendships and collaborations that you've always wanted. So that is what I'm seeing for you. You kind of go through this rebirth where you have to rely on your own intuition and your divine feminine nature, and we all have divine feminine in us, whether we are masculine or feminine. And then you're going to be balancing a lot as you're making the transition to follow your purpose, to follow your higher self. And it is going to be a little bit of a balancing act, because also if we can see the 2 bags that she's holding, one looks like a more of a spiritual bag and one is a physical bag. So I feel like you're also going to literally be in your spiritual bag and your physical bag when you're going to meet this person. You're trying to balance your spiritual side and your practical side as well. You're really getting to know yourself. You're really trying to understand yourself in this time and really try to balance everything. You don't want to do spiritual bypassing, which is basically relying on spirituality for everything, to answer all of our questions, to predict every single thing, like you turn to everything. That would be spiritual bypassing. And then being way too practical would be not believing in anything spiritual, not really believing in anything that's like unseen, and only facts and only science. So you're working on balancing both. Maybe in the past you were way too spiritual, or maybe in the past you were way too practical, but you did get a rebirth and you're trying to balance these 2 things now. And this could be a balance of 2 jobs, 2 different priorities, whatever it is, you're balancing something. And then when we get into the 3 of Pentacles, this is actually when I feel like you're going to meet your spouse. So it's going to be be in a collaborative environment. It's going to be either in a work environment or maybe just a mutual hobby or interest, but it is going to be like some type of collaborative thing. The Three of Pentacles again does talk about teamwork, learning, collaboration, and implementation. So for some of you, actually, I feel like while you're trying to implement more spirituality into your life, you might meet this person because they're also into spirituality, or maybe you're trying to be more practical, and while you're doing things that are practical, you end up meeting this person as well. And then for some of you, because this is a general reading, I actually sense that your friend is going to introduce you to your future spouse. Like they're heavily trying to set you up, and they're like, why don't we all three hang out together so it's not awkward? And then you guys start to branch off on your own and really start to get to know each other, And then how are we going to know who is your future spouse? Whether they define themselves as masculine or feminine, they're going to have this Aries Emperor energy about them. So the Emperor card is ruled by Aries, so they could be your Aries, they could just have that Aries energy where Aries wants to get things done and Aries is going to be a go-getter. So when you're working together with them and you're super passionate about the same things, that's going to be super attractive to you. You're going to see them and you're going to be like, yeah, I want to make that my hubby. Yeah, I want to make that my wifey, because they're going to be super accomplished. They're going to like the same things as you. You're going to work together on your projects, and they're going to hold a position of authority, of establishment. They have structure in their life, and the Emperor card actually also represents a father-like figure. So this person can remind you of your father in maybe like different aspects that you had. Maybe your dad was really hardworking and you see that in them, or maybe they are really stoic and you see that in them. Even if they're divinely feminine, when they come to work, they mean business. They're for real, okay? That's their masculine energy coming out. They're poised, they're rational, and they're logical. And that is something that is going to be really attractive to you because it is a leadership position, to be honest. This is a position of authority, like I said. So when you finally figure out your purpose is when you're going to meet your spouse, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. I'm getting heavy career vibes here. Like a lot of people do meet their future spouse in a collaborative or career environment, but it also could be like school or something like that for you guys. It could also be, if you're content creators, that it's some type of creative pursuit. But I definitely am getting that sense of you're coming together to work on something. It's not like just purely leisure. But with the Three of Cups, I do see some of you are getting introduced by a friend, but it ends up being collaborative anyway. Like you end up doing something together that you all like, because I feel like when they're setting you up, it's going to be a group effort at first. Because I feel like after you've been through, all this rebirth, you're only willing to accept things that are in alignment with you. Because why would you go through this entire rebirth to try to figure out what is your best and highest good and what you're in alignment with, to turn around and just accept something that is not really in alignment with you? You're not going to do that. So once you did go through this time and you are learning to balance everything, you're only willing to accept the best for yourself. You finally got to that place of self-love where you're only going to accept the best and highest good for yourself. I see that once you guys actually come into union as well, you are going to continue to work together. So in this Three of Pentacles, it's actually, I believe, a father and his two daughters. So if we're going super long term out, after you guys are married and if you choose to have children, I see that your family works together a lot. Not in only like a financial sense, like of course, like some of you guys can have like a family business or something like that. But what I'm seeing is like you guys are going to help clean the house together. You guys are going to all chip in and do dinners and lunches together. It's not going to be all on one person. Like you're going to work together all the time. You're going to collaborate together all the time, and you're really going to operate as a family, as a team. And this might be something that some of my pile number threes did not really grow up with. Maybe you guys were used to being really independent, or maybe they were used to being really independent, because remember, Aries is here, and Aries is a very, very independent sign. They are the baby of the zodiac, so they feel like they can do everything and they want to experience everything in this life, and they want to accomplish absolutely everything in this life. Alongside with collaborations within your own group or your own family, you're also going to share a lot of friends and a lot of mutual people that you really just resonate with together. You guys are going to be merging at a soul level, which is really, really beautiful. That's actually what the 8th house talks about in astrology, and it comes after the 7th house of one-on-one relationships and marriage. So once you guys get married, your bond will deepen even further. Of course you're attracted to each other, of course you're working together, and you see that you work together well, but that's not the end all be all. Like it gets better and better with time, and it gets better and better with more investment into the relationship. I see that you guys are going to just be really, really accomplished together, and you're going to be able to help each other reach each other's goals because you guys have very similar goals and very similar likes and dislikes. Like this person I'm sensing has also went through this time, and they're going to be able to help you through and guide you through this time as well, because remember, the Emperor is a authority figure, a father-like figure that provides structure and establishment. So I feel like they had actually gone through this rebirth as well for their own life. It's going to be probably different, but they ended up in the same place as you. So let's say, for example, like they were working for a 9-to-5 company and they wanted to be an entrepreneur that does something that helps humanity, for example. And you were also somebody that worked for a 9-to-5 and you want to also do something that helps humanity, and you're balancing your 9-to-5 and starting your own business. And when you start your own business, you meet this person, or you start your own projects, you meet this person, they'll be like, oh, I actually went through that exact same thing a couple years ago. I was working for, this company, and I realized, like, even though it was a great company, I wanted to do something meaningful with my life. I wanted to do this and that. They're going to share a story with you that sounds really freaking familiar to literally what you're going through, and that's what the connection is going to build upon. Just those mutual interests, those mutual paths. Some of you are going to feel like you're meeting your twin flame because your story is so damn similar. You're going to just be immediately attracted to each other. This is going to be an equal partnership. This is going to be a very collaborative partnership. And then so moving on to the oracle cards that I pulled for you, let's go ahead and get this first card. The first card says Green Fairy. So the Green Fairy is actually talking about healing. So I feel like there is some healing to do when you're going through this rebirth, because it's hard to take a look at our life. You know what I just heard? I heard Saturn return. So some of you might be going through this during your Saturn return, which is around the ages of 27 at the early and through 30 at more of the late side, but I think the average is about 29 years old. But you'll actually start feeling your Saturn return before it actually hits the same spot that it was at. The Saturn return is basically this time of reckoning. It is this time not to scare you or anything like that or shake you off your path, but in a way to correct your path. At this age, you should be able to know if you're on the right path or not. You should be able to feel if you need to pivot or not. And so with this, I feel like when you get to that age and you're like, I'm not actually satisfied, and you kind of have this midlife crisis, or, well, it would be a quarter life crisis. You'd have this quarter life crisis of, I don't want to keep going down this path. I need to make a change now when I still feel relatively young and able to change my path, because right now you don't have, like anything really holding you back. So some of you will have children already, but for the majority of you, I feel like your responsibility is a little bit on the lower side. You're not like fully into your adulthood yet. So that's why you just kind of had this moment of reckoning. You chose to be rebirthed. You chose to listen to your inner calling, and you have been judging your own life up to that point. That's what Saturn returns make us do. Take a hard, good look at what we have been doing so far. And you know what, you guys, the whole time I was talking, I saw 444, and then I saw 555 on the timer. And earlier I also saw 222. So I'm just getting a bunch of angel numbers for you guys. And I just feel like this is just confirmation, especially if you've been seeing those sequence of numbers. Yeah, you had just been judging your life up until this point, and you're ready to move forward. And it's going to take some healing because, it's hard to face the music and see that, we've listened to society too much. We've done the safe route or whatever it is that doesn't actually feel our greatest and highest good. Like, you have the skills, like, you have the drive and the ambition to do what you want, but you were just like maybe scared to chase your dreams, or society told you that it was not a smart idea or something. But when you get to the Saturn return, you're like, nah, I gotta chase my dreams. Like, I gotta figure out what it is for me that's gonna help me get to that fulfillment that I deeply desire. This person also went through the same thing, and they've already actually healed from it. So that is why I feel like your connection is gonna be so strong, because they're going to inspire you to continue your healing, continue chasing your path and balancing the things that you need to balance. Because look, any entrepreneur that had to build themselves from the ground up with like no help, they're gonna tell you like they had to work some type of part-time job or some type of job that they didn't really like to be able to fund their dreams. It is okay to have to work a job to be able to save up enough to go off on your own. And I know like some people are like, the type of job that I have takes up so much of my energy, so much of my time that I don't have any drive left to chase my dreams. But that means that you need to actually consider leaving that job and figuring out a different job that will give you enough time, will give you the money that you need to maintain yourself, but give you enough time to also chase your passions on the side. Like if you're in a super high paying job that also requires you to work 80 to 100 hours, then of course you're chasing way too hard on a thing that's not your dream. I would recommend quitting that job, even though, hey, I'm not a life advisor, so everything take it with a grain of salt. This is really for entertainment purposes only. So I can't give financial or life advice. Just a quick disclaimer, because I feel like some people would take me seriously. But if I was you and I was going through this, I would reduce my hours and take myself away from that job that's like 80 to 100 hours and work a more normal job anywhere from 20 to 40 hours and something that is not going to be so mentally draining, and then chase my dreams on the side. That is what I'm getting. It's going to take a lot of healing, rest, and recuperation actually while you're going through this process of trying to balance everything. Don't burn yourself out more and don't kill yourself trying to make your business come to life. All about balance, and the more you push yourself towards a path that is unfulfilling, the more you will feel your Saturn return. Saturn return feels the worst for the people that are further off their path. If you're one of those like people that are super enlightened super early and know what they want to do and know their purpose from a very early age, then your Saturn return might not feel that harsh because you're already on that path. But no matter what, your Saturn return is going to check you, basically. It's going to make sure that, hey, are you sure? Because you're starting to get older, you're starting to get into that age where it's going to be like a little bit more concrete, okay? Like at this point, things are still malleable, but going forward in the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be time to settle down. It's going to be time to get serious. So that's just what the Saturn return kind of knocks at the door to say. And then next we have letting go. What did I say? Like there's something that you need to let go of. Like for some of you, I'm feeling like it's a job, but basically it's whatever doesn't feel like it's aligning with your purpose. It doesn't feel like it's aligning with you, you know? Whatever that is, you need to let it go. Spirit is trying to say like your Saturn return is going to be hard and heavy, okay? If you are not going to listen to this, like if you're not gonna like abide by these signs and signals that we're telling you. And you get a Saturn return like every 29 years. So some of my viewers, you could be like approaching your second Saturn return at the age of around 58 and you're getting into a new marriage. But whatever it is, you're going to need to let go of a lot of things from your past to be able to make this come true. And you're going to be able to make this happen. You're going to be able to let go. But this is just a confirmation from Spirit that there is something to be let go of. And the letting go card does say, allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Yes, so you're learning from something. So that sting, I'm feeling like it's related to the Saturn return, whether it's a relationship or a career or even staying under your family's roof when you guys don't really get along, like whatever, like literally whatever it is, you are going to learn from the pain. You're going to take the wisdom, but make sure that you don't repeat it. You know, this is the time where you're like, I'm only accepting alignment. And that's why I feel like when your friend was trying to set you up, you were like vetting them. You were like, hey, do they have this, and that? Are they going to understand what I've been through these last few months or even the last year? And for some of you, your friend that's introducing you, they're going to be like, yeah, actually the reason why I want to introduce you is because when they were telling me their story, it sounded very similar to yours. But I do feel like some of your friends want to keep that a secret. Like I want you to have that conversation between them. And so they're just going to come off like, trust me, like please just trust me. And if your friend does say trust me and you do trust them in other areas of your friendship, then I urge you to trust them and just, you know, test it out. I'm highly feeling like if for some of my pal threes that is getting introduced by a friend, the friend will even go as far as saying like, let's all three hang out, okay? Like, so you can get to know this person. Let's all three do something that's like more chill so you don't have to feel this type of way. Because I feel like you're going to be a little bit resistant. I mean, you just went through this reckoning time that you're not really ready and willing to completely open yourself up, but your friend is seeing that you're ready and your friend is showing you like, hey, it's time to invite some, you know, love and abundance into our life. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. And then the next card I got for you is Divine Guidance. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the Divine Guidance card actually says, whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. That's what I'm saying. I mentioned your guides multiple times. Your guides are showing you signs and signals about what is not in alignment with you. And they will, trust me, you're divinely guided. So when you're entering new relationships, even if you have a little bit of fear, because I'm sensing that you will be a little apprehensive about it, just know that you're divinely guided. So you'll know with your own intuition right away if this person is right for you. But again, I feel like once that person shares their story, or you share your story with them of why you're apprehensive, and they tell you like, hey, I actually went through the exact same thing, like it'll make you feel more connected with them and make you feel open to receiving from them and building with them, even if at first it's a friendship thing or a collaborative thing or even a work thing for some of you. At first, it's not going to be like right away we're going to get into a relationship or anything like that, because that's just not, I feel like, not your style and not what you want after all the healing that you had to go through. But they're going to show you over time that they are strong and they are stable and they are somebody that you can trust, and it's not like the past. It's not going to be shifty, it's not going to be shaky. I feel like some of y'all had some shifty relationships where you had been guessing that you felt like it wasn't in alignment, but you were just not sure with yourself. You didn't really love yourself, so you weren't really like had clear boundaries. But now you do have clear boundaries and you're like, look, only the things in alignment, period. And they're like, I accept that because that's how I feel too. I went through that too. So I'm only accepting things that are in my alignment. And you know, why do I just feel like they're gonna actually chase you pretty hard, but in a patient and like very stoic way? Like they're gonna be like, okay, I'm interested in this person, my interest is piqued about this person, but you know, I'm not gonna force nobody. Like I'm not gonna make her or him do anything with me or make them go on dates on me. Like if I ask and they say no, then I'm gonna ask again later when I feel like the connection is stronger. Like that's definitely the feeling I'm getting, especially with the Emperor card here, because the Emperor is gonna be very established. It's gonna be a person of authority, so they're not gonna be like all over the place, but at the same time they are gonna go for what they want. And since this is going to be your future spouse, that would be you, especially because you guys like the same things and you have very similar interests and similar passions and drives. That is something that they wanted in a partner. They wanted somebody that's going to get them. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that the people that they used to mess with, they had completely different goals in their lives, and that's why things didn't work out for their previous relationships, because they were like, this person only wants money or whatever, and I'm more about like helping other people, and I'm more about being, you know, good to the world and trying to serve the world in some way. So that is like completely different, and that's one of the things that led them to their reckoning, like a partially the relationships that they've had participated in. So when they meet you, they're like, you check every single box and you're literally on the same or similar path as them. So yeah, I see that this is divinely guided, but we do have to let go of something and we have to heal from something as well. And I do think it's just the fact that we had to let go of something that we thought was going to be in our lives for a long time, or that we have invested a lot of time in. So again, some of you could have been in a long-term relationship before this. Some of you could have been in a job that you have been working for, putting a lot of time in, and you're like, damn, I like went to college for this subject, I got a job in this field, and now I'm like, I do not want to do this. This is not for me. And look, you can make a career change. I know it's scary. People have done it, and you can absolutely do it. And this person's going to strengthen and empower you to do that as well. And then the next card I got for you is Beauty. Oh my gosh. So I just feel like they're going to think that you're so beautiful, especially when they first meet you. They're gonna be like, dang, I got really hooked up like by my friend, by our mutual friend, because this person is so beautiful. They're on a similar path as me. Like this was a really good match, and you guys are gonna be thanking your friends or thanking the collaboration that you guys are working on together, because it brought you two together. And it's just gonna be like a beautiful union. Like they're gonna add beauty to your life once you do accept them into your life, because again, I said they're not the type that's gonna be overly like chasing you and being very, very persistent if you're saying no. But if you start saying yes and you're accepting them, I see that this person is gonna be the type that brings a lot of beauty into your life. They're gonna bring you gifts, they're gonna bring you flowers, they're gonna like make the space that you guys live in really nice as well. I'm sensing that. And they're just gonna like collaborate with you. Remember what I said about when you guys do have children, if we're talking about way future, that your family will work together to clean the house and to cook. It's not going to be on one person. That's how I feel about how they're going to treat you even before children. Like they're going to bring beauty into your life. They're going to make you feel confident enough to be in this relationship and also bring life into this world if you want that. The Beauty card does say, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So that is another thing. I feel like they bring out your inner child. They bring out your inner beauty and the things that you felt like you have have lost. Like, I feel like for some of my pile 3s, because you had to go through this rebirth, you become more serious. You become more like cutthroat because you don't want to waste any more time. I'm sensing like, especially if you're around the Saturn return, either the first or the second one, those quarter life crises make us feel like we're on a time crunch. Like, we're almost at 30, like, oh my gosh, like that number scares people. And honestly, I'm like thinking about me turning 32. I haven't reached my Saturn return yet. I'm working really, really hard to not feel a huge reckoning during my Saturn return because, you know, it's just not going to be pretty. Like, the further you are from your path, the worse the Saturn return is going to feel, like I said. And I just feel like you guys are going to have that reckoning, and this person is going to add beauty back into your life, so you can be like, okay, I wasn't on the right track for the last couple of years, not in my greatest and highest good, but now I am, and now I could invite beauty back into my life, peace back into my life, and joy and happiness and excitement as well. Because remember, this person has already gone through their Saturn return. I'm sensing this is going to be an older person for you guys, and even if they're not older than you, they're going to be like in a place where they had experienced exactly what you experienced, and they're past it, so they're going to be able to teach you in that regard. They're going to be able to be that authority figure in that regard because they're already established in the same thing that you want. And the next card I got for you guys is actually Saboteur. That makes so much sense. Okay, I'm going to put that there. So the Saboteur card is actually an archetype that we all have. And it talks about just how we all kind of sabotage ourselves a little bit. And that's what I feel that you were doing before your Saturn return. You were kind of being a saboteur. And the Saboteur card actually says, light attribute highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Hello? Exactly. And the shadow attribute says induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So I feel like you were being self-destructive by going along a path like you kind of knew it wasn't right for you. Like, for example, I saw 444 on the clock, so that could be something you guys have been seeing in a confirmation. So I see for some of my lovely pile number 3s, you were in a moment where you were self-sabotaging yourself, self-destructing yourself, because I feel like for some, you guys were clocking into a job or showing up to a relationship on a daily basis, and there was something in your gut. You were like, I know there is something wrong. Like, there is something deeply wrong, but you weren't making any moves. It's only when that Saturn return comes to hit that you were like, yo, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is not it. And the Saboteur card talks about self-empowerment. So you get into this time of being self-empowered. So I feel like, yeah, you have a little bit of a self-destructive behavior, but fun fact, we actually all have this archetype. We all are prone to self-sabotaging ourselves, especially the younger we are, the more naive we are, the less experience we have in life. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to scare you with this Saturn return, but here's some words of encouragement, okay? Very little people are born into this world knowing exactly what they want to do. And you know what? I don't even think people should think about their life purpose at all until maybe they turn 18. Like, your childhood should be just that. Childhood. And another thing, you can look back to your childhood to see what your true passions were, because when we were children, we were very innocent and we were closest to our past life, if you believe in that stuff, and it will show like what we are already naturally good at from the past. I mean, of course, it could be your life mission to not repeat past lives and learn new things in this life. That's totally fine. But just look back to your childhood if there's any certain hobbies or things that you really liked that could show you what your purpose is meant to be for some of you. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys that most people don't know what they want to do, and it takes a lot of pivoting, okay, to figure that out. So don't feel bad about yourself. And honestly, I'm sure that there's some type of Saturn return support group, because I swear, like, everyone has some type of reckoning. Even if you're on a good path, it's probably not going to be perfect at 29 years old. Are you kidding? People think 30 and 29 is like this time of like, oh, I should be married by then, or I should do this by then, and I should have this much in the bank, and blah, blah, blah. But look, that's not actually how it is. Just work on it and things will unfold naturally. Don't add additional pressure on yourself while you're going through this hard time. I just saw 3333 on the clock. So that is just my guides, I feel like, confirming this message and this encouragement right now, that I needed to take a break from kind of reading the cards and just talk to you as if you were one-on-one with me. It is okay. We do not have everything figured out. And honestly, one of the funnest things about life is actually figuring it out, trying new things. Okay, so I know that we feel a little bit discouraged if we had invested so much time into something that wasn't right and we kind of didn't listen to our intuition, but that's the whole point. Going forward now, you will never feel that again because you learned and you will keep that wisdom, okay? And then next, I actually have the Spider Woman, which is co-creation. What did I say? This is exactly this card. You're going to be creating creating something together. And this is going to be a theme in your relationship. It's not like, oh, we had this one project together when we met and then we kind of started working for different companies or started our own companies and we never worked together again. No, I feel like you guys are continuously creating with each other in your life. And this is also could be talking about co-creation in terms of children. I just saw 4 for 4 on the timer. So I don't know, maybe some of you have been manifesting a home or a family of your own, you know? So I just feel like it's going to be a continuous thing. You don't have to worry about, is it going to fizzle out? Is our connection going to fizzle out or anything like that? No, it's absolutely not. It's going to grow. And then the next card I got is Radical Acceptance, the goddess of Priya. So yeah, this makes me feel like they're going to help you accept where you are. Like, you know that little pep talk I just gave you? I feel like what I was trying to get at is for you to accept that life is not like written out. Honestly, it would be so boring if we all knew what our purpose was from day one and we made no mistakes and we didn't try new things and we were just on that one path the entire life. Like, how freaking boring would that be? That'd be so fucking boring. And so radical acceptance to me makes me feel like you need to accept where you are in life and that things are going to be shifty sometimes and things are going to change and that not everything is meant to be written out for us. And even though we can lean on our spiritual guidance and lean on things like tarot readings and astrology to help us predict things and help us figure out things, it is not the end all be all. You also have to just listen to your gut and think about it logically and rationally as well. We need to combine all of our skills, and I know my pile number 3s are very, very skilled to make the right decision for ourselves and then accept where we are in life as we're moving along. Because if we keep on bashing ourselves while we're going through it, it's going to make your path harder. You know what vision I'm getting? So what I'm getting is like, life is already pretty difficult for everybody, right? But you bashing yourself and talking down to yourself and be self-depreciating to yourself is like adding another layer on it. Like putting on a backpack that has like 100 pounds in it, 200 pounds in it, and carrying that around when nobody said that that was a requirement for you to carry it around. Nobody said that you had to add that extra weight on yourself. It is just a self thing. And that's why I say self-acceptance, self-confidence, and self-love is a very important thing. And honestly, what people should be focusing on before they even focus on a relationship. Okay, I learned that the hard way. Let me just say that. I learned that the hard way. I did not know how to love myself before I started entering into relationships and dating people, and it manifested in all types of ways, okay? But that's why we learn. And I now am like this letting go card. I am not gonna not love myself. I do love myself, and I worked on loving myself and being whole before entering another relationship. And now I would definitely say I am in the highest and best relationship for myself. More than any other relationship, this is a very deep connection for me. And I see that that's gonna happen for you guys as well. This is gonna be the deepest connection that you've ever felt. This is gonna be the most equal you've ever felt. And this is gonna end up being your future spouse. So of course, that is the feelings that they're gonna give you. And then finally, we do have the goddess of Sophia, divine wisdom. That's what I'm saying. So I just feel like you guys are gonna go through, man, these cards sometimes. You guys are gonna go through all of this stuff and you're going to learn wisdom from it. Let me read the letting go card again. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So I feel like these are related. This is also related to, I feel like these first 3 cards, right? You're going through something. Look, I'm here for you, okay? I'll still be posting while you're going through your Saturn return. So if you need some guidance, I'm here to gently guide you to the best path for your mind, body, heart, and soul, okay? I am always here to try to motivate, inspire, strengthen, and empower my viewers. That is my main goal and the intention for this channel ever since day one, okay? So I feel like it is okay to lean on people, but eventually with time and age, you will get to that point where you're like, I got this. I have divine wisdom within me. I am a divine being, okay? This is all connecting. Everything is connecting. And I am capable, okay? So 2 things that I would like you to work on if you're going through this Saturn return is 1, positive affirmations where you write it on like your phone and make it a reminder so it actually pops up every single day as a notification so you can read it out loud. But I am not all about like love and light. I do say love and light, but I know that there's shadow, okay? I know there's shadow and I'm acknowledging that as well. And I want you to acknowledge that as well. So you could be love and light and you could support yourself every single day with affirmations, but also look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself questions. You could be like, Why am I on this path? How did I let it get here? And have a whole ass conversation with yourself. You'd be surprised what comes up when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, because it's like more face to face, it's more personal. You're kind of objectively see yourself in the mirror. And we also want to speak affirmations into the mirror. So a lot of mirror work needs to be done while you're going through your Saturn return. And just make sure that you realize that the wisdom will come with age, okay? Like some people are born super wise and like very, very lucky because, you know, they have parents that teach them things. But for the most part, most of the collective is learning as we go. And I honestly, again, think it's more fun that way, okay? Life should not be all written and figured out for us. So that is all I have for you today. Pile number 3. I actually really enjoyed this reading and I'm really excited for this union to come to life. So if you did enjoy this reading, please give me a big like down below and comment what pile you picked and what resonated the most, or what you are most excited for to come into union with your future spouse. I really do genuinely love to read your comments, so make sure you leave me something down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, group 3. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the Citrine stone, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot. I got the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, which is really exciting, you guys. And then I got the Magician. I got the Three of Wands, and I also got the Ace of Wands. So a lot of wand energy, and this is honestly an amazing reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I actually begin interpreting the tarot for you, I just wanted to let you guys know, when I started shuffling your cards, so many cards fell out. I'm like, they fell out fast. The tarot fell out in a good order, but your oracle card pile that I got for you guys, every single card wanted to come out, and I was like, who is pile number 4 spirit team? Because they got something to say. Like, they have an urgent message, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I see the tarot, I'm like, I know why they have this urgent message, because you guys are going to be some great accomplished people in this life, and this is going to be just absolutely crazy, like what type of stuff that you can accomplish on your own and with your future spouse. And I just saw 111 on the timer before I finished my sentence, so I feel like new beginnings are coming. Okay, definitely new beginnings are coming, and if you have been seeing 111, that might have been a confirmation for you. Okay, so before we even begin with the tarot, I immediately off the bat, I know how you're going to meet your spouse. It's through creativity. You're either creators or you're going to be in a creative field. And if you're not in a creative field in your actual career, I feel deeply that you guys have some creative pursuits on the side that will end up bringing you a lot of success and fame, okay? And when you first get that taste of success and fame, you're going to decide, no, fuck this not creative job. I'm gonna go for a creative job. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a character that thinks about creative opportunities a lot. They are very in touch with their emotional side. They are a person that receives and gives a lot of love. As we can see, there's a little heart right here. And this is also a person that gets intuitive messages, okay? So they're very in touch with their spiritual side. They're also very curious, and they are open to possibilities. So that's why I'm saying, I feel like you guys are the Page of Cups, and you will also attract somebody that has a similar outlook on life. With the Wheel of Fortune coming next, I feel like once you become this person, maybe you weren't always into your creative nature, or maybe you weren't always like this optimistic person that is in touch with their intuitive side. Maybe this is something that you're starting to develop now with doing like pick a card readings. Maybe you're starting to get into astrology as well. And I see this is what is actually going to attract your partner. After you become like this more Page of Cups type of person that is in tune with their emotions and their creative side, you will have a Wheel of Fortune moment, you guys. I'm telling y'all, I'm so excited about this reading. I was like, I know pile 4 got the energy, because I was like getting all these cards. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is talking about good luck, karma, life cycles, a turning point, you guys. This is your destiny. And it comes next to the fame card. Are you kidding me? You guys are going to be famous. If you're creators, keep going, because you are going to be famous. Like literally all these, this is like amazing spread. I can't even, like literally I can't even. I'm so excited. Sorry if I start talking really fast. It's just like, I have so much excitement, and I feel like your spirit team right now is like, they're like in my ear, like last but not least, like they're like have a funny, bubbly energy, and they're making me excited. They're so excited that I'm actually able to give you this message, and they're just like ready to spew it all out, and they're like, hurry up. I just saw 444 on the timer as well, so that just means angels are here, baby. So yeah, with the Six of Wands, this is talking about public recognition, you guys. You're gonna get success for everything that you have been working on, because I feel like you've been working on something, you're working on yourself, and you are creative people. So I feel like you're just creating. Actually, you know what, I'm sensing that you guys are just creating and creating. You're not really thinking anything of it, and then out of nowhere you just become, you blow up. Like something that you do goes viral. I'm not even kidding, like it goes absolutely viral, and you were like, are you serious? I just like shot that on my phone, and I wasn't really meaning for it to go viral, but apparently people like it. And then so you're like, I see an opportunity here. I honestly feel like you see an opportunity here. And because of the fame, some of you are going to be attracting a person that is also a creator, and then you guys will come together. But for some of you, I actually feel like you attract them before your Wheel of Fortune moment, when you're kind of just trying creative things and being curious and exploring your possibilities in life. You meet somebody that's also creative. Remember I said that you guys kind of mirror each other? So I feel like you meet somebody that's creative and you work on creative projects together. I see that some of you are like doing TikTok dances together, or just making little TikToks, and you're just having fun, right? You're just being the little Page of Cups people that you are, and you're just having fun and being creative. Oh, a good time, sorry, I'm all over the place, but a good time to mention this is Citrine is the stone of creativity, okay? And it is really known for activating our intuition, manifesting abundance, wealth, prosperity. It encourages sharing. It promotes happiness, joy, self-esteem, confidence, and encourages a positive attitude. So, I mean, hello. I just feel like you guys are highly creative people, and then you're just doing things, and you're just creating things for the fun of it. And then something happens, something goes viral. I'm not even kidding. And then, so for some of you, this will deepen your bond, and you will realize like, hey, we need to go into creation together. So some of you, that's it. But some, you are doing stuff on your own, and you go viral, and you meet another creator, another creative person, and then you guys will come together again, because for some reason this Magician card makes me feel like two people are manifesting, even though it's one person. The way that the hands are, two hands, right? So I feel like there's two hands in your project in a way. I feel like you guys are going to be manifesting together, because the Magician card does talk about manifestations, resourcefulness, power, and inspired action. So that's what I'm saying, inspired action after this moment. Like, I see that you both are in jobs that maybe are a little bit more practical, maybe a little bit less creative, or straight up you could be creators, you know, general reading, but something that you do takes off. And then from that, you're like, okay, this was basically my proof of concept. This is my opportunity. Like, don't let the opportunity pass, because this is an amazing, amazing reading. Honestly, if you're my pal fours, please comment down below, because I want to see who you are. I want to see what you are creating, because I am a fan. Like, I'm honestly a fan. Like, I don't even know you, but I feel like I would be really interested in your content, because this is honestly a really good spread. And I just feel like you guys are forward thinkers, you guys are leaders, you guys are creatives, you guys are highly intuitive, you're in tune with your gut feelings. So our society is very masculine, and masculine energy is very logical, very rational, and they're not really known to be creatives. That's more of the feminine aspect. But I feel like you guys are able to balance masculinity and femininity, because no matter what you identify with, you do have both energies within you. So being able to balance both of those energies actually helps you guys manifest even more. And even if one of you is more masculine in the relationship, one of you is more feminine, that's how relationships actually work. Even if you guys are the same sex relationship, that is totally fine. There is going to be somebody that's more masculine, there is going to be somebody that's more feminine, but you guys are just going to come together and really be able to manifest so much magic. Literally, you're creating things that people are like, wow, I've never seen content like this. Wow, I've never seen an idea like this. Like, you guys are creating from the heart space. You guys are creating from a really loving space, and you're collaborating with each other. So it just feels so beautiful. It feels so new. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like a new energy. Like, this is like some type of new creation that you're gonna make that goes off. And this is also gonna be like a relatively new relationship. I don't feel most of you guys actually know this person yet. I feel like when you guys become this Page of Cups person, you will attract somebody that has like Page of Cups energy as well. And then that's just when this creation is just gonna pop off. Even if you guys don't really think that you're creative right now, that's the whole point. Like, you guys didn't see yourself as creative. So you're like, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't really freaking create things and I'm not really interested in being a creator or famous. But hey, that's just, I feel like, your life path. Like, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not, in a way, because you guys are meant to be creators. You guys are meant to be inspirational to other people. That's what I'm sensing out of this, and especially with the union and your future spouse. And then next we actually have the Three of Wands, which is amazing because after the Six of Wands and the Magician, this shows that you are going to be making progress. You're actually going to be expanding your creativity and expanding your projects. And look at how they're looking forward into like the future. They're ready to go. They're ready to take all these opportunities. And actually, this card actually talks about overseas opportunities as well. So not only were you guys just doing things for fun, but now you're actually getting overseas opportunities to create even more and maybe even collaborate with some of the biggest names in the game, is what I'm hearing. Yes, the biggest name in the game. I don't really know what you guys are playing. Some of you are maybe gamers, some of you are just YouTubers, some of you are TikTokers. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm highly sensing that this was all unexpected with the Wheel of Fortune. And then beautifully, we end with the Ace of Wands, okay? This is talking about inspiration, new opportunities, potential, and growth. So after all of this stuff that you're discovering, after all of these hobbies and passions that you're discovering, you just want to go deeper and deeper into it. And the beautiful thing is that you guys do it together. So you're there with each other every step of the way. And something that is so cute is that I just see you guys like staying up at night, like super late at night, super excited, even though you had a long ass day, just talking about like how you can't believe that you guys had a turn of fate like this. How you can't believe like, oh, you guys were just recording a video like hella nonchalant in your living room or in your garage or something like that, and all of a sudden it turns into this. You are baffled. You're just like, I cannot believe that this is what happened for us. And you know, you're so grateful throughout the whole process, and it's just gonna build you guys' relationship so much because you probably started off as friends or a little bit more like friendly and just trying to, you know, have fun together and create things together, and you never thought that it would turn into this. And then of course, like, feelings just develop. You guys really get to lean on each other. Another thing that just really builds you guys together is the fact that people don't really get it. Like, people don't get what you've been through because going viral is not very common, right? On top of going viral, actually getting a lot of different opportunities from it and actually even getting overseas opportunities for it. I mean, it's a huge life change. And sometimes people say that fame is a form of trauma actually, but since you guys are going through it together and gaining it together, it feels like you guys are really going to be able to support each other through it. So it's not really as traumatic as it was if you were to just totally get famous by yourself and kind of go overseas and kind of lose like touch with your old life, because you have a piece of your old life with you throughout the whole thing. So that's definitely just so beautiful. And I feel like you guys are gonna create literally trends. Like, I feel like you guys are gonna start something and then other people are gonna be like, I want to do that too, and then it's just gonna make an entire trend. And that's why all these opportunities are gonna be coming to you. Like, that is so beautiful, you guys, and I honestly cannot wait to see what you guys create. Like, please leave a comment down below, especially if you're content creators. I would love to see your content. So put your handle and really boost yourself up, because I would love to see what you are creating. So let's go ahead and move to the oracle cards that I got for you. The first oracle card I got for you is When Fairies Go Bad. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So I'm not actually seeing that this is bad, but a huge rise to fame like that. And you're going to get access to a lot of money. You're going to get access to a lot of parties. I feel like you guys are going to dabble in a little bit of the party side, a little bit of things that you weren't really doing when you were just at home in your hometown before you became these huge creators. But this is also a message, I feel like, to keep it in control, but I feel like you guys will, because you have each other, so you won't let it get completely out of hand, but also enjoy yourself. This is not talking about bad, like evil or anything like that. I just feel like they're a little bit badass. They have a little bit of an edge. I feel like the content you guys are creating is not like super pure and super like kids friendly or anything like that. Like, it's a little bit spicy, and I feel like it talks about you're really speaking your mind. That's what I'm getting out of this. Like, you're not afraid to speak your mind. You guys are confident, and you guys are giving the badass vibe, you know, and you're gonna be an inspiration to a lot of people, because I feel like a lot of people think in black and white, and a lot of people are like good, bad, light, dark. And it's like, no, there is no dark without light, and there is no light without dark. So there is no good, there is no bad. It just is. And you guys are able to regulate yourself and also have a lot of fun while you're trying to create, because it would be totally boring if you like went under a management team and now you're totally PR'd out, which just means that your PR or your public relations team handles everything that you do. Like, I feel like you guys are not going to be down with that, and you're going to like not want a PR team that is like super overbearing. You're going to want a management team, and you're going to have a management team that allows you to do a little bit of what you want to do. So you know what I'm thinking? I know some of you are not going to like this, but it makes me think of Justin Bieber's story. He became famous at a really young age, and he started to wild out a little bit, but you know what? He is, you know, better now, and I feel like he's grown from that. And depending on your age or your life circumstance, you know, you might not have such a drastic badass phase like he did, because again, he was super young and he was getting millions of dollars, a lot of clout, and he was basically the most famous person, right, in America at a time, even in the world actually at a time. So of course that kind of made them have a big head, but I feel like this is not a bad card. It's just like kind of showing like after all of this, you do get a little bit of a badass moment, which is not bad at all. A lot of us would probably do that, especially gaining all that clout like so fast, gaining all that traction so fast and all those opportunities so fast. You're going to want to dabble in a lot of things. You're going to do a lot of good as well. So it's not all bad, it's not all good. So it's not all dark and it's not all light. That just doesn't even exist. There's only dark with light and light with dark. So moving on from that, the next card I got for you is Passion. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, so it says, rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So that's what I'm saying. Once you guys discover this, like it was just for fun, but then it turns into full-fledged passion. You have so much passion and you're getting a lot of wands. 6 of wands, 3 of wands, ace of wands. So this is fire signs, and they are all about energy. They are all about passion. So I feel like you're gonna have a lot of passion for each other. Hello. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep this PG because, you know, this is YouTube. I just feel like you're gonna have a lot of passion for each other and a lot of passion for your projects. I just like highly sense that this is gonna literally completely overchange your life. I mean, these 2 cards together, I mean, these 3 cards really together makes me just know that this is like your path. Like you kind of stumbled upon your path. You know how people spend so much time trying to figure out what their purpose is? So many people spend so much time just trying to figure out what they are supposed to do with your life, and you guys never thought like, oh, I'm gonna be a content creator that travels the world, or some type of creative that gets opportunities all over the world. But then something just happens, like you're just acting on your passions, your fun, and then bam, that's what you get. Like you get all these opportunities, and I think that you guys are gonna just explode with satisfaction with each other. Like literally, like you're just gonna be so happy, so fulfilled that you get to do what you love every day with the person you love. Like that's what I'm hearing for you guys. And then next I have the sensuality card. Okay, so the sensuality card says, your freedom flowing from far away, I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. You guys, that's what I was just saying. I feel like you're just gonna have so much fun in what you're doing. You're gonna be like, I can't believe this is our job. I can't believe this is our life. It's gonna be a huge blessing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This is so exciting that I want to live vicariously through you. So seriously, if you have content, drop your channel, because I'm literally trying to see this, because I feel like you guys are just gonna have so much fun and your content is gonna radiate that. So people are just gonna be like drawn to you because they're like, oh, I want to be a part of this because they're having so much fun and they have such good energy. Like, of course I want to watch, of course I want to like, and I want to comment, and I want to subscribe, I want to support them because I genuinely agree with this content and I genuinely get entertained by this content. That's definitely what I'm seeing for you guys. Oh my gosh. And of course, I am trying again to keep it PG, but you know, you can make inferences about what I'm trying to go towards with that. And then finally, we have authenticity. What did I say? What did I just say? Where people like want to follow your content because they're just like, you're having so much fun and you're just being yourself and you're being for real, like you're being authentic. It's not like you're just making content to make content, because the way that you guys got viral or the way that you guys got famous or recognition, okay, I know I'm talking a lot about like TikTok and being viral, and not everybody wants that, but you're getting some type of recognition, you're getting some type of fame, even if it's like local fame, you're getting some type of fame. And this is because you're so passionate about what you're doing, and also you're so authentic about what you do. And people could see that and sense that through the screen, you know? They know. And because like you were doing it for fun and you just popped off and you just went viral, or you just were doing it from a place of heart, that's what people feel from your content. So I just feel like, geez, wow, like, man, I'm excited to see like what you guys end up creating, because I feel like it's just gonna be trend setting. Like I said earlier, I feel like you're genuinely going to be trendsetters. Wow, my lovely pile number 4s. And then the next actually, oh my gosh, I actually got glamour. So it says, into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. Like I'm telling you guys, I'm literally telling you guys, you are going to be like famous. I know some of you guys might be like, what? But like, I don't want to be famous or whatever, but I'm telling you, I just feel like you're going to be like that glamorous star. Like, look at this. And you're just going to be like that it girl or that it guy. And then also definitely the it couple, because it's like you create together and you guys don't seem to have drama between each other and you are poised. Okay. Like you had life lessons before you got famous is what I'm sensing. Like, even though I made a Justin Bieber, example, I don't sense that with you guys. I don't feel like you're going to be like super, super young, because we are talking about a marriage reading here. So I feel like you will be a little bit older, maybe late teens at least, and even into your 20s, I would say, is when this is going to start happening for you. For some of you, it could even be into your 30s, because, we don't discriminate here. But I just feel like you're more youthful. Like you're more like just trying to discover things, trying to have fun. You're just curious in life. So you're just going about life and something just happens. That's how I feel. And it's going to bring you passion, sensuality, and glamour. And through your authenticity is how you're going to gain these things. And yeah, again, the reason why youthful energy is because the Page of Cups and also when fairies go bad, because I feel like if you were super established, super stoic, super mature, then the Page of Cups probably wouldn't be the first card that comes up. And then also you would be less prone to shifting out of your, things that you usually do. And I feel like that's what this card is. It's just like you're trying new things. You're going to be in a lot of different countries. So maybe, I don't know, you try things over there. I don't know, whatever it is. Or it could just be that you live a rock star lifestyle, like you stay up really late and you kind of follow your own rules. So it's going to make you feel badass. This just makes me feel like you're badass. Like it's nothing bad at all. It's just like I feel like you run your own schedule and you're a boss and you're a badass. Like that's it. And then we did get we got Aphrodite. This is romantic love. I can't with this pile. Like I want this life. What? This is beautiful. This is so cute. Like what are you guys up to? Like you're just you guys are, I can't even talk. You guys are gonna love each other so much. Like you guys are gonna have this like deep passion. Look at all these wands cards, all this like red and pinks. Like y'all, this is like, I feel like you guys are gonna be literally a famous couple. Like on the levels of like, I don't want to name couples because I don't know, everyone likes different couples, but I feel like you're going to be one of those couples that is very known, one of those couples that people are like, they're a power couple, one of those couples where they're like, they can sense and feel the love between you two because they could see it and they could feel it and they could sense it, and that is freaking beautiful, you guys. I also feel that when you guys come into union and this is starting to happen for you guys, you're so excited. Like you're falling deeper and deeper in love with each other because you're like, we're growing so much. I'm so inspired by you. It's going to be really passionate, you guys. Again, trying to keep it PG-13, but I just feel like you guys are going to be all over the world and just get to experience each other all over the world. And you know what I mean? And yeah, like it's gonna be beautiful. Like I am generally excited for you guys, and I just feel like I don't even know what advice to give. I don't have any advice to give. Maybe just like, maybe don't go off the deep end with the fairies gone bad, but I don't see that because you guys are going to be with each other throughout this process, and I feel like you're going to check each other before it even gets to that point. So absolutely. Wow, you guys. And then the next card I got is Patterns, Ellen of the Ways. So this is a goddess about patterns, and this is just to recognize patterns and also realize the patterns that we have within ourselves as well. So in this particular reading, I actually feel like you guys are going to see patterns within your work. Like you're going to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Like remember, you guys just kind of started something and out of the blue it popped off, but since you guys are trying to be passionate about this and turn this into a career, you're going to have to analyze patterns, like what works with my crowd and what doesn't. And I definitely feel like you two are the type of creators that do listen to your audience. Like you do care about what your audience says, and you do care about being socially conscious as well. That's really, really big nowadays. Like really, really caring and really being socially conscious is important, especially if you are an influencer or if you have a platform, because of course things were swept under the rug before, but after 2020, I think everybody is trying to be honestly more socially conscious and actually care about our fellow brothers and sisters on this planet. And I see that you guys were already like that even before 2020, but you're going to be using your analytical skills to identify patterns in your content and in the way that things are working for you guys, so you guys are able to attract more into your life and also to put your content out there for more people to enjoy. Like, you want to have successful content so that people can enjoy the stuff that you're putting out. Like, this is something that you're passionate about, so of course you want to do your best. You want to put your best foot forward, is what I'm sensing with the Ellen of the Ways card. And then finally, we got guide as the archetype, and the guide card says light attribute represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. The shadow attribute says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. All right, so with this guide card, I just feel like you guys are super spiritually aligned and you're able to connect with your guides. Even this reading, I'm telling you, your guides, their energy is strong. They are like, literally, I feel them. They're so excited about this, being able to tell you that this is your future, because this is exciting stuff and they want you to have something to look forward to. So I just feel like make sure you're checking in with your guides on your rise to fame. Yep, that's just what I heard. Yeah, they want you to stay connected throughout this whole thing. Like, I know you're connected right now because you're clearly watching a pick a card reading, which is channeling your guides. So I know that you know they exist, and I know that you know that your spirit guides are existent in this realm. Even if you can't see them, you can feel them, right? But they don't want you to, go way off the deep end, go way too bad, and like just kind of like, it's funny that I put them in opposite sides too. They don't want you to go way deep on this end and like not really pay attention to them anymore, because they're always here to guide you in the best and highest good, and they're not here to judge you. So even if you dabble in a few things, it's not like they're going to be like, yeah, no, we're not your guys anymore. Like, no, they don't judge you like that. They just want you to have fun, keep creating, and keep yourself socially conscious. That's a huge thing that's coming up, because with this much clout, with this much of a platform, with this much influence, you're gonna want to put good into the world, okay? Because you guys have, again, the opportunity to create trends. You have the opportunity to like change the market in a way. So you don't want to put bad out into the world, because a lot of people that look up to you guys are going to be like, oh, I'm going to be a badass too and do that as well, because they're going to think it's cool. So you just got to make sure that, we have a balance of everything, and that we're putting good things into the world and good content out into the world. And I feel like you guys are going to highly entertain people. Some of you are healers. Some of you are guides and psychics to other people. Some of you might even be getting into tarot or astrology, stuff like that, because I just feel like you guys are here and meant to be here to put more good into the world, to put more creative things into the world, and kind of make people feel connected, inspire people to be creative themselves. That's definitely what I'm getting for this pile. All right, before we end this reading, we're actually going to roll the astro dice and see what type of stuff we get from the astro dice. So pile number 4. All right, what did I say? So the 5th house is the house of creativity. You guys are the Citrine, the 5th house, all of this creative things. I knew you guys were creators, I'm saying. And then Aquarius is the sign of like networks and stuff. So I feel like you guys are just gonna have such an overreaching network. And then also right here, we're getting Uranus, which is the planet that rules over Aquarius. So with Uranus and Aquarius coming up, they both talk about radical change. Well, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like with the Wheel of Fortune as well, you guys are gonna be radically changing things, and you're gonna have a huge network, and you're gonna have a lot of influence. So just be careful what type of stuff you're putting out there and how you're influencing people, because you will be influencing people, and people are going to be looking up to you and your partner and your union in general, okay? And I cannot believe the 5th house actually came up, because this is the house of creativity. This is the house of all forms of play, romance, not PG things. And I feel like that's exactly your reading. Like, you guys are screaming 5th house energy, okay? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if both of you had prominent planets in the 5th house, like Jupiter, maybe even Venus, or both. You could even have the sun or the moon or something like that in the 5th house. Like, your personal planets might be in the 5th house, or you might just have a cluster of planets in the 5th house, or something about your charts overlays and trines in the 5th house. So that just means at a certain angle, your guys' planets like connect, and then it might be over the 5th house for you both. So I don't know, you gotta look up your own birth chart, but astrology is a great way for self-knowledge, self-growth, and just kind of giving us a little bit of a life purpose overview, a little bit of self-knowledge and purpose overview in general. So I just saw 3333 on the clock. So I just feel like, yeah, you guys, your angels are screaming hot and heavy, like, Man, this is like beautiful, honestly. I'm so excited to see what you guys have in store, and I really genuinely enjoyed this reading so much. This was one of my favorite readings that I've ever done on my channel. I'm excited. So if you did enjoy this video, please give me a like down below. It really does help out my channel, and also I love to read your comments, so go ahead and comment down below that you're pile number 4 and tell me what you are the most excited for, or tell me what you resonated the most with. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your Self-Care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye Pal 4!